craft fair tips and hints and jewellery party favourites. We've also got a couple of kits. One of them is a stunning seed bead kit called Laburnum Walk, and then the following kit is a beautiful, beautiful high-end chip and nugget gemstone kit. Mid-show, we're going to have something slightly different. Myself and presenter Becky are going to be having, instead of a masterclass, we're going to be having a garden question text-in. So any hints, tips, questions you need answering, all of a horticultural nature, we're going to be answering those for you on the mid-show. Again, a couple of beautiful kits and DVD relaunches. And for the late show, myself and presenter Zena, it's more of a seed bead theme show. By popular demand, and we know how popular these are, we've got brand new bugle beads and the bugle bead DVD. And we've also got, we haven't had this DVD now for over 18 months, I believe, and it is the only relaunch that we've had of the seed bead wire macrame DVD. So we're launching that as well as some puka beads, and we've got lots and lots of different things planned for the days. So that's this Friday, 25th of May, our little slice of Chelsea in Redditch. I hope you can join me from 8 in the morning right through till 10 o'clock in the evening. I'll see you there.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage. Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Do you know, it's just dawned on me where I am. Do you know what I mean?
How long have you been here?
I'm here,
A couple of hours?
I know, that's true. But now we're here, completely and utterly. Welcome to your late show. It's very warm in the studio. Very, very, I may well melt. Completely and utterly. Luckily, the talent that is JM guest designer Laura Binding is here, and she's super cool, which is good. I won't get any closer for now because it's so hot.
We're just
so hot. I feel like
it's hot.
Elvis in his late days. Do you know what I mean? How are you?
Good.
Good. She was talking to Leah there, weren't you?
Leah stood there going, no, it was lovely. She's wearing like lovely, cool, comfortable clothes. And we're like,
and here we are all dressed up for the telly and it's hot. How are you? It's lovely to have your company. We would love to hear from you tonight as well, as always, because today is Keepsake Day here at JM. So, what is it you've been thinking of making? What? Oh, a lovely cool breeze just came through. Oh, Leah, I love you. Thank you. That was wonderful. If I'm looking this way a lot, it's because the breeze is coming from over there. It's wonderful. We should have done an OB, shouldn't we? Did you see Mark's garden there in the break?
I was having a quick look. Yeah,
his alliums are amazing. I'm amazed that I even know what they are.
I'm quite impressed.
Yeah.
I actually don't, but they sound very cool.
They were the big balloony ones with long stems. They are alliums. Beautiful alliums, Mark. Might have to have an allium off with Mark, see whose is taller. Because I can't grow anything really. I just deal with weeding and maintenance.
I kill everything. I'm not.
Well, Tonight, we have got some real treats for you. We have got, of course, Laura's talent, making some incredible lockets tonight. I have to say, they are really, really something. Have a little squiz, if you will, actually, because there are 2 or 3 or 4. How many have we got?
4.
4 fabulous lockets. There's the one we're all loving is this one. It's the Tree of Life, and it's like a little book, isn't it? It's so cute because that actually opens up as well, Laura, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It's lovely, and we will reveal the little surprise underneath in a wee while. Now, the gemstone that we're looking at here for this kit at 7 o'clock is lepidolite. There are different ways of saying that gemstone name. It's a beautiful, beautiful gemstone. Can I just say right now, you might want to. We're not pre-ordering the kit, Phil, are we, on that one? Could we? You will be very, very shocked at the price. So if you want to have a little look at the kit right now, LZXC43, if you have a little look at that right now on the web, LZXC43, if you have a look at that right now, it is available on pre-order. You will not believe. In fact, us saying that now at 6 o'clock means that we might not have a kit at 7 o'clock, but we'll still have a demo come what may. Now, just to let you know, Hannah mentioned it just before the break, that we have got the very, very last of the Deflect Oh caddy. This is the larger caddy. These are the ones that stack. I think we've got a couple here. I think we'll be stacking them later, but you can stack these one on top of each other. And of course, Andy's been in from Deflect Oh over the birthday week and showed you just how these work. So in the future, we're going to have wheels at the bottom, so you can turn them into a bit of a trolley. And there's going to be like a metal bar system, so you can actually hang them up on the wall in front of you on your workstation. I need something like this because, you know, especially at the moment when the weather's so gorgeous, I mean, forgive me dripping, but the weather is so gorgeous at the moment that actually this would be really, really good to say, right, okay, I'm going to bung some wires in some, bung some seed beads in another, my tools in another, and off I'm going out in the garden.
Yeah, most
I'm going to go and
definitely.
do a project where often you're backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. You can put everything you needed to.
I'm actually thinking of kits for me. I'm thinking I could put like my kits in there.
They're brilliant. I mean, the organisation of the storage, the size of the storage as well, because the thing I find with storage is sometimes it boxes you into a corner, doesn't it? There are bits of it that just aren't big enough, but I think that is brilliant. That's going to get all of your tools in, no problem whatsoever. Now, these were on the birthday week and they sold over 250, I think it was, I heard. And we have the last 40 available tonight at a price tag that when I saw it, I have to say, I have worked too for our sister channel, The Sewing Quarter, and obviously they have a lot of storage solutions for fabrics and cutting mats and da-da-da-da-da. And the price that this comes in for us compared to storage solutions I've seen for sewing paraphernalia, if that's the right word, is amazing. So make sure you're here for that. Brilliant. We also have something I want to show you, and something that Laura is actually wearing right now, is a Swarovski crystal with a little laser etched carving on the inside. Now you'll not truly see it like that. Let's show you with Laura, because Laura actually has got one and made a bail for it, and she made it in one of the. You made it in one of the shows, didn't you, Laura? Recently.
Yeah, it was the other day, wasn't it, Phil? It was the other day. I can't remember what it was.
The other day.
Yeah.
So keep looking through the YouTube list until just look for the other day until you see Laura's face, and it'll be there.
It was last week.
And this is like a carved Swarovski stone. It's called a kaput, isn't it? And it's beautiful. Did you say it was designed?
Jean-Paul.
Designed by Jean-Paul Gautier. Made with Swarovski crystal, with instruction to make a bail. Thank you. From Laura from the other day, and that's it. You've got something amazing, haven't you? Right, let's crack on then, shall we? Let's start off. Let's start off with. Oh yes, there are two here, sorry. Do you know, I thought it was one and the same, and they are slightly different. We've got 2 strands of microfaceted coated spinel. We're going to start with the golden one. So just know that this other sort of peacock or mystic colour one is coming in just a second. We're going to start with this. Phil tells me on and gone because we need to get the show kick-started. These are beautiful, and that coating is a lovely sort of, it would go really nicely actually with the antique bronze actually, because it's almost a dark gold, isn't it? It's not necessarily a bright shouting yellow gold, not like a 9-carat yellow gold.
It's like a sparkle, isn't it? It's like a gold sparkle.
It's beautiful. Yes, you're right. It's almost like gold glitter against the backdrop of black spinel. Here we go. Oh, by the way, let me just turn. I'm having some talkback problems this evening. I do apologise. My name's Derek. If we've never met before, just in case you're thinking, who's he? Who's he? I've only just started watching. Who's he? I'm the sweaty one this evening. $4.95, and this can be yours right now. Look at that. That is incredible. Cast and crew tonight. Oh, we've got the cute little Late Show team in its pride and joy. So down here on the floor, very cool as a cucumber, is lovely Leah. In a lovely fetching linen outfit there, I see. Linen look, at least. It's very, very nice indeed. Very fetching. Upstairs in the big old TARDIS, it's Director Mike. There he is with the knobs, the knockers, the dials and the faders on the right. And there he is, not for too much longer though. There is our Phil on the left there. Who, should I not have said that, Phil? Phil's here. Phil's here, everyone. Make the most of him while he's here. We love Phil. I thought I'd do it for you, Phil. There you go, save you a job, won't it? 10 carats of golden coloured coated black spinel, micro-faceted rondelles. That's a long description, isn't it? But this is beautiful sparkle. Use these. You could use these with your seed beading as well, could you, Laura?
Yeah, definitely. You could add it in with your pieces. For me, they're lovely. I tend to use them like as an accent in the design. So again, with cabochons, they're great just to add that additional detail. And the size of them is perfect because it won't overpower the gemstone either. Beautiful.
Well, Phil, why $4.95? You know microfaceting is very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. $4.95. This will be an on and gone then for you. Yes, we'll do the other one. And we're calling this one blue to go with it. But I think there's something, yeah, there's something mystic about this one. I was right. So it's kind of a blue background, but there are other colours coming through as well. So it's a little bit like a Peacock Pearl in a way. There are purples. There are greens.
Oh, this would go nice with the second kit, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have Peacock Pearls, and you will not want to miss that kit either tonight, 9 o'clock. This is even lower. This is even lower. Where? Okay, just be quick. If you like this, I would get a couple of these strands because this is something that you know what you would create with it, and you could create a lot of those things. Do you know what I mean? With something like this. Really, really nice. Again, lots of people wearing, here we are, blues and yellows. We're both in blues and yellows tonight.
Coordinated.
Yeah, we arranged it especially. We knew weeks in advance. We planned our outfits, you know, so we didn't clash, but like the royal wedding. You know what I mean? I've just seen this afternoon that, you know, those little tote bags that the invited guests were given, you know, there's this thing about them.
That bit.
People are, okay, so there were 2,000 something people who were invited into the grounds of Windsor Castle, and they were each given this, it was like a bag for life. It kind of like a beefed up version of a bag for life.
There was stuff in the bag for life, yeah?
Yeah. Well, so it had their you know, their faces on it, and a bit like, you know how we got the Charles and Di mugs at school back in the day and blah blah. It's a bit like that kind of thing. But they had things like, there was a bottle of water, there was a fridge magnet, there was shortbread and something else. I mean, nothing of any real, like, people are selling them for thousands. I mean, I've just seen an article online about 21,000 or something that people are willing to pay, and there are only 2,600 of these things.
One of Alison Tarry's friends got invited.
Really?
Well, her son got nominated for something and took the friend as a +1.
Must have been amazing. Must have been. It was a real spectacle. Did you watch?
Yeah, we watched it. I was with a friend.
Do you know, I asked you that thinking, oh, God, I hope she wasn't on air at the time. No. I stayed over with a friend and we were watching it from the hotel room. It's amazing, wasn't it? Whatever you think of all of that kind of carry on, It was a spectacle, wasn't it?
It was great.
It was spectacle. It was nice to watch, wasn't it? Better than Eurovision. Oh yeah, these are really cute. We've got some little ring charms here. These are very, very nice. I can't believe we came second from bottom in Eurovision after all of that.
Didn't watch that.
Oh, did you not?
No.
Oh, Laura, where were you?
I don't know. Might have been working, I don't know.
Eurovision.
Don't even know when it was on.
It was a week back last
Completely
Saturday.
blipped past me.
Oh, I'm sure it's still on the old catch-up thing. So, we've got 3-tone. Well, actually, they're not 3-tone. They're single-tone, but you get 3 of them, 1 in each tone. So you get 1 in rose gold, 1 in rose gold. Did I do rose gold already? Yeah. Anyway, 1 rose gold, 1 yellow gold, and 1 not. $4.90. Now these are quite substantial, actually.
Yeah, they're very solid looking, aren't they?
They are very solid looking. I think these would be lovely for. Do you know? Actually, I'm thinking you could be really, really luxurious with these, and you could have mismatched cufflinks, and you could sit a cabochon.
Yeah. Or
Either
you could,
on or
you
in.
could wire wrap a gemstone into the centre.
Yeah. That'd be quite smart. You know, if you had the right shirt, and this is far from the right shirt to wear, you know, something like that. But does it, Mike? This shirt reminds Mike of Rupert Bear's scarf. Apparently, it's the new one. This is the new shirt for summer. I like it too. Thank you, Mike. I'm so glad you like it. Otherwise, now even though my talkback isn't working properly, Phil, I did hear that. $4.95. So you get 1 in a rose gold, you get 1 in a yellow gold tone, and you get 1 that is not, 1 that's in a plain silver, for £4.95, which is pretty good going, actually, isn't it? Pretty good going. Good price tag. Oh, I've just heard it's going to sell out because lots of people are multi-buying on this.
Yeah.
It is the kind of thing, just a plain silver chain, and just those 3 of them. You know, like the old. Sorry, you
Is
might
it like a fidget ring or something?
Yes,
A spinner
that's
ring,
it.
that kind of thing.
I'm glad you said that because people are thinking, what's he doing with his little finger there? Why is he doing that? Has he got an itch? No. Yes, like the little kind of what they call puzzle rings or something.
Yeah, no, it was like a spinner ring because puzzle rings are ones that are locked together.
Oh, that's right. Yes, like 3. I think he's saying round brush beads. So I'm going to go for these. Apologies, my link to the upstairs world is being a bit temperamental. I forgot, I did a day's filming the other day where I had this problem and I forgot to fix it properly. But never mind, we should carry on regardless. We'll do sign language if nothing else works, Phil. We'll do... You what? Say again? You what? Say again? Oh, Russian wedding ring. The word comes from above, from Birdcage Walk, directly from Colin Wagstaff. Yes, that's because you used to be able to get them. I'm sure I had one back in the day. It didn't stay around for long. That fashion came and went, didn't it? Brushed round sterling silver beads now. Love these. Hang on, that's how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Should I take away 5 now you've taken that price down to £4.95? I can't hear your answer anyway, so there's no point in saying it. I'm just going to take that as a no, and I'm just going to carry on regardless. £4.95. The thing is, I have to get it right and then not move, Mike. I think that's the thing to do. Either that or I don't. Yeah, it's fine at the moment. It's great, isn't it? Never mind. You don't need my problems, do you? £4. That works out at 49p each, and they're all sterling silver. Now, listen, I know. Up there in Yorkshire, where I live, we have a store. I won't name it actually, but it's a sort of Yorkshire-specific store, and it's a value store. And they do little bits and pieces for card making and a little bit of crafting. They do a little nod to it. I mean, generally they do things like mops and buckets and picture frames, a bit of a, you know, that kind of shop that does everything. And they do the odd little bit and piece. They do sprayed silver-looking wooden beads, which you buy in packs of, you know, 5 or 10 or whatever. And I don't know how much they are, but I mean, I know they're going to be not too far away from the kind of price that you can go out and purchase wooden beads. And wooden beads are great, don't get me wrong. Our price for wooden beads might be the same for this kind of offering. But These are sterling silver. Now, if you think about adding them into elements like the little rings that we had just a moment ago, which were all sterling silver, remember you got one in each tone, that would be really, really nice. It starts sparking your imagination when you see bits and pieces that can go together. There are only 15 sets of these remaining, unfortunately. Oh. I tell you what, is it Wednesday evening? Yes, halfway through the week now, isn't it? Usually if I'm on the mid-show between 5 and 6, I ask you what's for tea. And so I ask you now between 6 and 7, what's for tea tonight on a night like this, as Kylie would say. Because it's, you know, it's hot, it's sunny, it's bright.
Yeah, but do you know, it's not, I was down here, I think Monday, and it was lovely and sunny in Redditch, and I went home, it'd been raining all day in Bristol, and Mum was like, oh, this is a bit weird.
Oh, really? So, actually, here where we are in, where are we?
Redditch.
Warwickshire. No, we're in Warwickshire, aren't we? I think we'd prefer to say we're on the cusp of Warwickshire. It sounds like the posh end. It's a lot sunnier here than it was in North Yorkshire this morning, which is nice. What should we do next, Phil? Don't forget, we've got our Deflect Oh carry caddy coming up very, very soon. These are brilliant and expandable as well, because you can buy more and stuff. Have we got any more? Have we got another? I thought Colin had said we had 3 of these. No, here to play. No, we have no more. Unless you've got one up in the office, Colin, with all your pencils in it. Right, next up we have got a clasp on its own. There you go. Oh, now this is one of those. So on one side it's like a ribbed silver bead with a little jump ring on the outside there. Let me hold that with some tweezers, even though I do have a fresh manicure from yesterday. And on the other side, the way the clasp works is you have this little, I never quite know what to call these. So I'm going to call them what I always call them, which is in and out. So what you do, what you do, now what is it you do? Oh, now it's stuck in, is it? How does this work, Laura? Oh, now normally,
I haven't seen that.
I know what it means. When it's in, it's in. Oh, so you can't. Oh, so it just extends it. It doesn't open it up completely. Oh, so it is an in and out, and you push it in and it clicks into place and then stays in, and then when you pull it out, it doesn't come out completely. Can you pull it off, Phil? Okay, just a moment, please. You sure? Because you know I'm going in now like a boy does to see how something works. Yes, you do. It is an in and out clasp. I've done it. I'm out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. There you go. Right, so what you do, this is in, Laura. So in and then in. Okay, there you go. Yes, thank you, Nicolette. See, I need a few of you to sit here with me, really. Do you know what I mean? But now I'm out again. They're all gone. See, they've all gone. That's my marvellous demonstration.
That was amazing.
That was brilliant.
You need to record that and
there
just sell that.
Put that in the immediate media presenter training manual. How to demonstrate something you've never seen before. I have seen one of those before. It just didn't quite work the same way as the last one did, but it does work. So, next up. Yeah, these look really cute, actually. These look really cute. If you weren't here, what would you be having for tea, Laura? Sorry, you were about to say something wonderful about this product then, weren't you? Let's talk about what you would have had for tea if you weren't here.
I don't know. I'd like to say, barbecue, but we've no gas in our barbecue, so...
do you need a new bottle?
Yeah, we've got 2 empty ones because we did the epic fail of not having the other one.
Do you know, I've got a little gas bottle story. No, it's just really strange. I've got family that live in a very, very tiny village in the southwest of Scotland. And I won't mention it right now because it's very, very tiny, where everyone knows each other. So I hope there's nobody from that village watching right now. But there's a man that walks around the village, apparently, because my family have just for a gas fire, they've got 2 tall gas bottles sat down at the bottom of a set of steps. So they have 2 big, long gas bottles, but there's this man that comes round and takes away a full, tall one and leaves you an empty, wee, digi one.
Well, that's not very fair.
I know, very naughty, but apparently they've dealt with him accordingly. No, he helped himself to your full big bottle and left you a little squat empty one.
That's very cheeky.
Yeah, it was nothing to do with the gas company. He just fancied your full bottle. Anyway, these are meant to be £15. But because of my glittering story, Phil's going to reduce them, just for anyone that's still awake after that story, £6.95. That's a long way down, isn't it? Now, sorry, what were you going to say about these, Laura? Sorry, I rudely interrupted with my gas bottle story.
I was going to say it would be really cool as a little sort of a ring, because you could use it as a connector, obviously, and have it as a feature in a ring. Again, with those 3 coloured rings, they'd be quite cool as well.
Yeah. Or could you suspend one in the middle some way?
Possibly could. I was actually thinking to pop in a jump ring and actually having it like earrings. So if you multi-ball on those, you could have sort of different coloured ones as drops.
Yes.
Or just connecting them together and having them in the centre of a chain, because they're really pretty.
I think they're beautiful. Do you know what I was just thinking? You know those brush beads that we just did a moment ago? If you could find some way...
You could rosary link them and have a bracelet.
Well, yeah, or... Because you know me, being a boy, I always like to do things, just challenge myself and think, oh, I wonder if that's possible. I wonder if you put beading thread through that one, then tied it to that one and tied it off in some way, then you could have the brush bead sort of suspended in the middle in some way. Is that possible, do you think?
You could. I would probably use a crimp bead.
Yeah.
And maybe a cover, but yeah, you certainly do something
How about
along
no,
those lines.
she's saying? That's what she's saying, in a roundabout kind of way? How about no? It sounds like that village needs a gas bottle neighbourhood watch, Terry. Well, Sandra, what she had to do in the end was padlock the 2 big gas bottles together.
Did you find out who did it?
Because he couldn't lift 2, could he? Yeah, they do know. They, apparently there's been a spate of such similar things in this very small village. And yes, it was pinpointed to one person.
The one with all the barbecues going.
And I think it's all gone quiet. Either that person's not there anymore or got taken away. I don't know what happened. Who knows? Who knows? But he was definitely had a warm winter. There you go. There you go. Right, so let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. Which one? Butterfly pendant.
Again, that connector would look lovely with that.
This is really cute, actually. This is really cute. Look. Oh, there's many things I could talk about that are more tedious than gas bottles, Phil. Oh, I tell you what, I'm full of stories like that. This is beautiful because it's like a filigree butterfly. So there's lots you can do with that. In fact, you could, couldn't you? You could continue. I've thought about this before. Is you could continue in almost seed beading style, couldn't you, with those microfaceted spinel?
Yeah, you could, or you could use your cerulean if you wanted to, or you could make a slightly larger wire frame to go around it and almost give it a shadow silhouette and sort of mimic that with wire if you wanted to. But again, it's really pretty just as it is. So sometimes, you know, it's lovely to embellish them, but sometimes it's nice just to have it as it is as well.
Yeah. It's stunning. I like it. I like it very much. So, let's see. 19 by 17 millimetres. A grammage is what I'm always looking at. 1.3 grams. You know, it's almost like looking at how much is a litre of petrol. Oh, don't talk about it.
Well, that's all gone up as well, hasn't it?
Don't talk about it. That's all back to our natural gas and fuel conversation, Phil. That's the barrel of oil, isn't it? How exciting. $6.95 is too low, by the way. That should be at least $9.95 plus.
You could add some little drops onto the bottom of the wings, like just looking over there and seeing those lovely, the variety we've got there. Is that apatite or topaz, the little blue ones?
This one here?
Yeah.
This looks very much like apatite to me.
Yeah, a little drop of that on to sort of the end ones. That would look really sweet, wouldn't it?
Isn't that lovely? Very, very nice. That's lovely, isn't it? £6.95. Again, you don't need to have a reason to have this either, do you? It's one of those that you just think, nice little treat. Nice little treat for myself.
Well, I've got a friend whose birthday is today, actually, who absolutely loves butterflies. So that on a chain, she'd be really happy.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Really, really lovely. £6.95. £6.95. That's really good, I have to say. And again, it'd be cute little earrings as well, wouldn't it? No close-up required. I saw you. Phil, sorry, I'm still having some. If I keep fiddling around, it's just my earpiece thing. What should we do next? Oh, okay. Apparently, it's time for one of these. It's after the pipes I've got the problem.
Oh.
But you did ask.
Yeah, I know.
I have a problem with my earpiece, unfortunately.
I was asking
she was
because
asking where the problem was, whether it was in the pipes. But it's not. It's past the pipes.
But sometimes the connection bit is what I was saying
Yeah.
goes on mine. That's why I was asking.
It's all right at the moment. Because I have to keep moving my head for various reasons. You know, it's one of those. It only hurts when you laugh. Okay, so this is the Deflect Oh stackable caddy organiser. Did we manage to locate another one? No, we don't have another one here. But these stack on top of each other. Hannah was talking to me earlier. She was here with Andy from Deflect Oh on the launch, where over 300 of these sold in birthday week. And these little wings here open up for you to stack another one on the top, and then another one above that, and then another one above that, and you can kind of, you know, go as far as you want. Didn't Colin try and stack 12, did I hear? He put 12 together.
Wow.
And what they are is, apparently it's an amazing best-selling video on YouTube, I'm being told. Yeah. Make sure that extra £5 comes down now I've said that. These are great because, as you can see, it looks, to all intents and purposes, it's a little bit like one of the old sort of milk bottle crates that you used to get. You know, the ones that you used to leave out for the milkman. But these are fantastic because they're all about storage. Now, often with storage, the plastic is cloudy, you can't always see what's going on here. The thing I love about this is that it's high tensile acrylic, and yet the tops and all of the attachments and hinges and everything are all in this lovely sort of flexible plastic, which is brilliant. These are great because you can just port them around. You can have them all nicely. If you are a very, very organised person, I mean, Mark Smith, I just know, would love something like this because he is so super organised. All, you know, all ducks are in a row. All the yellow seed beads together, all the blue seed beads together. It's very, very coordinated. Where I'm a little bit more freestyle, I like to call it. It's not what other people in my household call it. They just say flaming mess.
I call it, you know, creative people.
Creative mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Creative mind's not tidy, is it? Not at all. Well, it is for Mark. He's just lucky, isn't he?
Yeah.
And we're all looking forward to the Mark Smith. What did I say there? Mark Sniff. The Mark Smith Flower Show. Anyway, that's all day on Friday. Right now, I love the fact that this has enough room for all of your tools. So if you decide on one of these gloriously hot days that you've got the nice shade of one of your trees to go and disappear under, you can put your tools in one, seed beads in another, your wire in another, your gemstones in another, and off you go to the garden. Just take it all with you. Yeah? Brilliant. Now, over 300 of these sold on launch. I don't have 300 of these right now, unfortunately. We have 35 of these available. And remember, you can buy multiples of them and then stack them one on top of another. They just literally slot into each other. And Andy will be back in the future from Deflect Oh, and when he comes back in the future, we will have something you can put underneath your stack.
So like some
with wheels.
Yeah, that's
so you can
cool.
actually you can have, because by the time you've got 12 deep, you don't really want to be carrying that out to the garden, do you, and risk dropping everything. So there will be an attachment that comes with wheels, and also, I don't know if you can see properly, but the way these slot in at the back, they've all got these little recesses. So you can see the back of the pot there has little slots there. So when it pops in, it actually recesses into place. You'll have to forgive me because I'm doing this upside down and backwards. So what Andy will do in the future as well is bring in a metal bar which you can attach to the wall, so in front of you in your workspace, so you can have your selection of these little caddies there in front of you. So if you decide, right, today's seed bead day, so I'll have that one and I'll have that one, there'll be a little gubbins where you can, like a little shelf where you can slot these in and have them in front of you while you're working.
When you go to mechanics and you get like the sort of the shelving, don't you, and then you can attach your tools and stuff, similar sort of thing.
Yeah. It's really, really smart, I have to say. And again, and I hope Colin's not listening to this bit, but I've been on screen quite a few times for our sister channel, the Sewing Quarter, and they do storage for, you know, for fabric and for all of the paraphernalia that comes with sewing and that world. And storage solutions are generally very, very costly. I have to say, this is great because it is very, very sturdy. Because it is stackable as well, it keeps everything nice and tidy. I mean, I have got, and I think I've showed you it before, we have these, let me show you. In the studio, sorry, I've just wandered off, Mike, I do beg your pardon. In the studio, we have these trolleys. Now this comes from IKEA. I do know that because I've got one in my office, and I have one of those. And I've got on each of the shelves, I've got bits to do with jewellery making, but it means that I have to go down low and I have to be shuffling through everything, and then I have to sort of re-tidy it. The first time you've set it up nicely, as soon as you want to take some things out and whatever, that's it, ruined forever. And it just looks a mess. And of course, I couldn't just pick one of those up and carry it into the garden, even with my amazing superhuman strength, especially if that was loaded up with wire and tools.
And then obviously things are going to be unsecure as well.
Well, things will move in transit, you know, like things in the overhead lockers that may have moved during the flight. It'll be a bit like that, won't it? So all of your organisation just goes, you know, goes completely to cock, doesn't it? £19.95, and of course you can buy as many as you want to and just stack them one on top of each other, and you've got something there which is just a great solution. And I think all of us will need more than one. I think, you know, that's probably a given. I mean, how many? Actually, I won't ask you, Laura, because that is a silly question to ask you, because you've got so many materials and so many bits and pieces, and that's your world, isn't it?
The thing is, for me, I genuinely, if there are any left at the break, I'm thinking I'm going to run out and grab some, because for me, I'm thinking it's great for just putting it on my desk and seeing where I am with kits, because obviously I get given kits. I've got 2 per show, so for me, I'm thinking, great, I can put my kits in now, and I know exactly where I am if I'm going, because I've got a holiday home, if I'm going down there, I can just put it in with that, and I've got it with me. I have moments of paranoia where I'm always like, have I got everything? But you could quick glance there and you can see it.
Where are your car keys?
They're back in my bag now.
Back in her bag now. I've been keeping track of Laura's car keys for her all afternoon. Are they all gone? Oh, right, okay. Good luck, stay on the lines, please make sure. You know, I'm not here to nag about baskets and everything else, but they are pretty much sold out. So if you want one, be quick. And
I will run out at the break if there's any left. If there's any left.
I think it'll be an if. Kaput time.
There, it's there.
There it is.
It kind of went camouflage though,
didn't it? Didn't it? It disappeared. This is beautiful. This is designed, I think this is incredible. We've got something on screen designed by Jean-Paul Gautier. That's amazing.
It's cool, isn't it?
And what it is, if I show you the reverse of this, and you'll have to forgive fingerprints if there are any, is what they've done is they've actually laser carved into the Swarovski crystal itself, which gives it this lovely sort of snowy, frosty look. But of course, because this is like an aurora borealis crystal, what you're seeing through there is like, it's like a lovely sort of mountain peak, is it?
Yeah.
You might see it clearer on Laura's, because Laura has one. She was, when we sold these the other day, Laura did a demo, and we're not. We'll find out which day actually.
It was Friday. I've remembered now.
Friday.
It was Friday now.
Friday mid-show.
Late.
Friday late show. You'll see the demo to make the bale, which is delicious. But it's like a lovely mountain peak, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. This. Now, can I just say? You're probably thinking, okay, Swarovski, Jean-Paul Gaultier, there's, you know, this has got to be expensive, why am I watching? And then you see a price like £9.95 and you think, hang on a minute. I mean, I know that sometimes, and I've said this to you many times, when we have a kit which has a considerable Swarovski stone in it, sometimes that kit can be £30.
Yeah, definitely. And what I love about it is because of that etch and that design, it doesn't instantly... You have to look at it and go, oh, is that Swarovski? Because the fact it's got something a little bit different in it.
It's very, very edgy. Very edgy. It's beautiful. And actually, not many people will have one of these because even if you... I mean, I don't know of many... I know there are places, but I don't know of many places where you can actually go out and buy Swarovski elements one by one like this. Usually you are, you know, you've got us, of course, which is, you know, fantastic. In fact, let me put a darker background behind that for a second and just see whether that... Does that help distinguish the actual design? Because it is almost like a frosted mountain peak, isn't it? Beautiful, isn't it? Yes, I'm watching, Derek, from that small secret village. Oh no, not the gas nicker. I shouldn't say nicker, should I? Shouldn't be saying that at 20 to 7 in the evening. The gas exchanger. The gas exchanger. Evening, Derek and Laura. Lovely to see you both. Return to the UK for Hol's pigged out on whole bag of salted fudge from Spencer. No tea.
So tea was a bag of salted fudge.
Not good. Not good. You regret that later. Hello, Jackie in North Yorkshire. She says, "Evening, Derek and Laura. It's back to winter in Redcar. So we're having chicken wrapped in bacon and stuffed with cream cheese and roast potatoes. Oh, that does sound nice.
That's nice.
That does sound. Jackie, you need to get yourself over Ripon Way because it's been warmer there.
It's funny because when you're here, you think it's warm, so it's warm everywhere. But
well, Redcar's on the coast as well, so yeah. So if there's a little bit of a sea fret or a bit of mist comes in, it makes the whole thing look grey, doesn't it?
It's meant to be thunderstorms next week. Oh. It's meant to be
dry ones or dry or wet ones.
It's meant to be sun and then thunderstorms. It's a bit of a strange one.
Dry ones then.
Yeah.
Thunderstorms that are dry, they're much more fun to look at, aren't they? They're more exciting because you can, if it's a nice warm night, you can just lay out on the lawn and just look up at the sky and enjoy the lightning or just the rumble.
I hide behind because I will get hit by lightning. I'm that person. I am that person. But you know, wearing this on the way into work when the sun's hitting it, it's great because you get all the little rainbows. You know, when you
gorgeous.
It's really nice. I love this pendant.
Yeah. And actually, you think about it, even with a simple, even if you literally created with a piece of 0.6 or 0.8, the very simplest of bails, just using your bail making pliers, you'd still be talking about a £50 spend plus for someone, wouldn't you?
You could get leather through that because this is two 0.8 wires going through there, and there's still movement. So you could get a nice bit of leather through there and then just do like a lark's, is it a lark's head? No?
Probably. You're asking me.
Pretend to know.
Yes. You mean the famous macrame lark's? Yes. Lark's. What do you call it?
Lark's head.
Lark's head knot. That's it.
So that, or you could just bring the two cords together and pop a nice spacer bead on it. There.
Calling macrame guest designers. Is it lark's head? Yes, it is lark's head, isn't it?
Knot,
yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I should know that. I've done many a demo with lovely Nadia. Yes, it's the one where you make a kind of loop.
Yeah, you loop and then you bring the two wires
through the loop. Yeah, that's it. Yes, I could even tie one right now to prove I knew how to do it. But we unfortunately we just don't have time or cord. Yeah, that's right. We have no cord. That's it. That's the excuse. Yes, we've got lucky horseshoes now for you. In fact, there's a 3, there's a 2, and there's a big 1, Phil. Are we? Okay. All right. We'll do some more later. Do you know, the racing season, I live not too far away from Ripon Racecourse up in North Yorkshire. Yes, racing from Ripon. And it's just started again. And I've lived there for nearly 3 years and haven't been to the race. I would love to go. I would love to go. And there are some race meetings, it's not like, you know, Ascot or Epsom or whatever, where, you know, it's fascinators and best frocks and everything else. Ripon seems to be quite down to earth.
I haven't been to the races I went to Cheltenham a long, long time ago. But
I've never been. Never been.
It's good.
So anyway, we have your 3 lucky horseshoes now for you. That's 3's a good number as well, isn't it? Three's a very, very good number, isn't it? Cubic zirconia in them as well. Looking very, very smart. Would you have these, I suppose you would, but where the loop is on one side, you'd have them sort of at a...
It's a bit stylised, isn't it? So
at
it's
a
slightly
jaunty
on the
angle.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, that's a lovely charm to give to a bride or a bridesmaid. Traditionally, give it to the bride, don't you, the lucky horseshoe. But we were saying this the other day, and you just basically you get given like this large sort of horseshoe, and you're like, great, but you know, it doesn't really sort of go anywhere.
Can't wear that unless I develop hooves, which is quite unlikely, even in this day and age. $3.95,
Wow.
and you've got 3 of those. This might be nice actually as well if you're thinking of putting together, because of course now we've had the royal wedding, it won't be long before we have another royal baby.
That's true.
I would imagine. I would imagine so. So maybe a christening bracelet.
Yeah.
It would be nice for that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's 3 times. What's the word for 3 times? Triple. Triple the good luck. I nearly said thriple. £3.95. Oh, are they kind of hollowed a little bit as well? No, they're not.
They were. I think it's the light. It makes it look like they're.
Yes, on the recording, it looks as if they're hollowed, but they're not.
It's just a reflection.
Yes.
So I thought that as well.
Yes. It's very good, actually.
And it's lovely if you were going, like, again, it's a nice gift to give to a friend who's going to be a bride. You could put that onto a card, and that sort of would be something that they're going to think is a lot more than what it's actually cost.
Oh, we had a big one, and I wanted to show it to you, but it's showing that we don't have any. We don't have any. A big horseshoe, I should say, and we don't have any stock. Can we? We're going to have a go. It's just that I'm just thinking. Actually, this is just very, very. It could be a sentimental piece. I think this. You know how some people wear the ring of someone that's passed on a chain around their neck? I just think there's a similar kind of sentimentality to something like this, because it is, you know, obviously much bigger. Let me just put in they're the ones that we had the set of 3 of just a moment ago. So I mean, possibly you could make some little stud earrings with the little ones if you wanted to, and then make a feature pendant with this, because this is much, much bigger. And actually, hang on a second, would it be $3.95 for the 3 small ones? So actually the one larger one should be a heck of a lot more than $7.95.
Got a lovely set there as well, haven't you? So you could make, like you say, little earrings or a little pendant. That would be lovely for anybody who does horse riding, who's, you know, got the, is it
Equestrian.
Equestrian.
Yeah. Do you know, a question of an equestrian nature, you mean? Actually, one of the producers at the Sewing Quarter has this huge, fascinating, chunky ring. It may have a name, so forgive me, I just don't know what that name is. But actually has a horseshoe ring. It's the biggest, chunkiest thing, but whenever you see it, you're just transfixed by it, because it's just so different. So you could actually make a ring from that.
Yeah, because you could wrap the wire around the 2 sides.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's beautiful. I like that. Very, very nice. That'll make even bigger earrings. Right. Okay, on we go. Where are we going next, Phil? These here. I think I heard the word ruby. That's all I heard. Sounds good to me. Gosh, look at the colour.
Beautiful.
Look at the colour. It's that for me, and I know people use this awful, it seems to have been, I don't know why, it seems to have gone into being an industry saying that, you know, a gorgeous ruby should be a pigeon blood red, and I can't, it's the pictures that conjures up that, ugh, it's tea time for heaven's sake. For me, it's the perfect, you know when you don't get them so much now, but I remember back in the day when you used to get proper big doughy donuts and you used to split them in 2, and the depth of the jam, because there was so much jam in there, the jam was so deep red. For me, that's the perfect ruby colour.
Yeah, yeah.
You can almost...
That's much nicer
than pigeon blood, yeah, exactly. And people don't have that as a reference anyway, do they? How many people have said, you know, exactly. 50 carats in 1 strand. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm so sorry if you're eating your tea. We won't talk about that anymore, I promise you. I'm having a bit of a pigeon crisis at home myself, but enough with that. Mark Smith can have his flower show. I can't have my flower show at the moment, unfortunately, because the pigeons keep leaving messages around the garden. White messages. It's like they've got chalk. It's like they've just, you know...
Is there something attracting them?
I don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. Anyway, we're not doing £89.96. That's an odd price for us, isn't it? 96. We're going lower. Oh, blimey.
Wow.
Do you know that the quality of this is
They're
really
stunning. They're
quite
absolutely
incredible?
stunning.
Yeah. And actually, I'm not sure whether you can see it. I'll maybe pop it over my hand and see whether that sort of brings it out a little bit more. But the clarity level on this is actually very, very high. And rubies are never known for their clarity. They're known for the complete opposite, actually, to be honest with you. The silks that run through a ruby give it that texture like a boiled sweet, really, if you like. 62.95. So that has just come down from where?
89?
89.96 down to 62.95.
They are absolutely beautiful. And again, to have just those on drop, you would only need a couple of them, wouldn't you? A bit of silver.
Yeah.
And that's all you would need. You'd get your money back for the fact, the quality and the clarity of that as a ruby is just amazing. And I haven't seen it in a plain round before. Normally, I've seen high quality ruby, but faceted sort of rondelles, but not in that.
Or even drops.
Yeah.
I've seen a few ruby drops, but to have a perfect round and a graduated, nice gentle graduation as well, which I like. £62.95. And again, set those into sterling silver, and you've got many hundreds.
Definitely.
That strand, it will take you a long time to decide what to do with that. So, you know, kind of take it at your leisure, I would say. Hi, Derek, Laura and team. Tea tonight will be chicken fajitas. And for afterwards, strawberry cheesecake ice cream. It's been a lovely hot day again in Doncaster, says Marie. Thank you, Marie.
Sounds good.
Lovely Doncaster, yes. It does sound nice, actually, doesn't it? Especially that ice cream. That was a very long-named ice cream, but it sounded very, very nice. And quite easy to eat in a break, I'm thinking, Laura. That would be nice. Anyway, it's time for one of these. I think what we'll do to sort out my talkback problem, if you blow through that ear, it should all clear itself. I think that's probably what it is. Do you know what I mean? We'll give that a try on the break, shall we, Laura? She's going,
no.
That's not in my contract. Whispering sweet nothings in your ear. Magnetic clasps now. These are really cute because they're smaller, I would say, than a lot of the magnetic clasps that we've seen here, actually. So I think they could be more of a feature, as well as being something very, very practical. They are fabulous because if you have someone that is less dexterous, or actually, you know,
a bracelet, so they're great because...
Have a look at Laura Binding's nails for a second. And think to yourself, all of the things that she does with wire and jewellery making and whatever, how on earth do you do a lobster claw clasp up with nails like that?
I don't.
No, but exactly.
I get my husband to help.
Exactly. And I know you can get like a bracelet helper thing, but you haven't got that everywhere you are, have you? Do you know what I mean? Something like this, and you can add it to any clasp that you want to. It just makes things very, very simple. You often just need jump rings, don't you?
Yeah, that's all you need. If you were doing something sort of...
There you go.
Then you want to be friends.
I know.
If you were doing something just like a beaded bracelet or necklace, and obviously just crimp beads straight on, or I'd probably add jump rings just for that movement. Obviously, they are magnetic, so if you were to sell or gift them, you do need to make sure that you mention that, because obviously anybody's got pacemakers or anything like that, but you know, they are a brilliant option to have because they're so easy. Yeah, they are. And they are, there's no other really, I mean, and I know magnets, you know, people who do have pacemakers and internal defibs and things like that have to be careful with magnets, of course, but I just think
they're the most elegant solution to an age-old problem.
Oh, definitely.
You know, with shoes, we do it with one-touch fastening instead of laces. Do you know what I mean? But with clasps, there's no other real elegant way of doing it, is there?
Do you know what I was thinking that would be quite cool as well? Is if you, you know, if you could get a couple of them, making interchangeable earrings, so you could add different drops on to half of them,
yeah,
and then just have 2 sets stably into some earring findings, and then you can switch the drops about.
That's a good idea. I was just thinking as well, out loud, I was thinking, shall I try, shall I not try? I wonder if the magnet is strong enough actually to hold from one side of the ear to the other. Do you think it will be? You're thinking, I don't know, Derek, you said it, you do it.
Oh, I see, I wasn't quite sure what you meant.
The front at the front and the back at the back.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where you were going.
Look, no hands. It works. It's an instant stud earring. I wonder if you could add something very, very light to that, and you could actually have it as some, for people who don't have a pierce, do you know what I mean? You have an instant earring there, haven't you, as well?
Is it comfortable?
It's not uncomfortable. I wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't be my first choice for going down to Sainsbury's, but, you know, or any other supermarket for that matter. I don't even shop there. I don't even know why I said that.
That's quite cool, though.
But do you know when an idea comes into your head as a boy and you just think, why don't you just keep that in your head, Derek? Don't say it, just keep it in your head. Ask Laura, said the little devil on my shoulder said, ask Laura what she thinks. There you go. We tried it, we tested it,
and it worked.
It's done. There you go. I can't guarantee, because actually people do have different thicknesses in their lobes, so it's not going to work for everyone. And if you've had one of those, you see those men that have those like open rings inside their ears, and then they go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And if you've had one of those and you've now got floppy bunny ears, then there's nothing I can do about that. And when I say bunny ears, I don't mean part of that costume. I mean, you know, $11.95. That's really good, actually, isn't it? I can't hear you again, Phil. It's probably best. Is he just saying stop?
He's just not. I think you've silenced him.
He's
He's
just
in
saying
shock.
stop.
There is nothing's happening right now.
He's just saying stop talking. This is why we only have you once or twice a month. You know what I mean? That's why we don't get booked very often. $11.95. And you've got instant earrings, Phil. I'm going to try it with one of the other ones just to make sure it works. Would they affect pacemakers on bracelets? Yes, I think, to be honest, you should always avoid magnets, because of course it's not actually, if you had a magnet on a bracelet, for instance, you might go and scratch your ear and move the magnet
just exactly like you just
across
did
your chest.
Yeah.
And so you just don't want to take that risk.
No.
So actually, it's well worth. And I'm sure you know your medical consultants, etc., will always tell you when you have an internal defib. I had a member of my family who had an internal defib as well, which kind of kickstarts the heart if it goes out of rhythm and whatever, and can be monitored. That's affected by magnets. Pacemakers are as well. So always avoid. Well, Derek, I wasn't sure what to have for tea. Then I saw that you would be on, and I knew fish and chips with some lovely. No, ruined my evening.
Curry sauce, though. Curry sauce with
fish and chips with lovely thick gravy.
No, curry sauce. You're right with curry sauce.
No.
Curry
Vinegar's
sauce.
fine, Mike.
Salt, vinegar, and curry
adds
sauce.
a flavour. Gravy is just a slide to make soggy, isn't it? Vinegar is an enhancement. Yes. Where is it? Oh, you've got it, Laura, haven't you? I've got to show you our Lepidolite kit that's coming up at a very, very short... Oh, okay. Can I just tell you, if you've been pre-ordering this on the website, this is coming up with Laura in just a second. These are the Lepidolite stones. And they are beautiful, really, really nice. You are going to get a selection of cabochons and some fabulous wire. I'll go through all of it after the break. And the price you're seeing on the web, people are reserving already, and it's nowhere near the price it is showing on the web right now. The code is, Phil, LZXC. 43. You want to go and have a look over the break. Yeah. And when you get back, we've got what they call in the business, shock and awe coming your way. Very, very soon. Well, that's what I've called it. Anyway, I'm going to go and make some more earrings now and think about what we might have for tea. See you back here with Laura and her talents after this.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Welcome back, everyone. I think I'm all fixed now. Two things have helped. Laura's chocolatey treats, and I've had a blow through from Leah. And that does seem to have, because you said earlier in the dressing room, didn't you?
Listen to me.
You said Leah's got some air.
Yeah.
And I thought,
And it's
I know
very
she
good
has.
air.
She's
and
breathing
it works,
it.
but you didn't.
But she's got a can of air, so she said, come here, give it to me.
Earlier, but
she
like,
went,
nope, tried it.
She went past the pipes, and then I got a good blow through, and all sorted now. I can hear everything. So now you can't get away with it, Mr. Phil. Right, it's time for kits now. Oh, definitely then is the answer to that. Sorry, that was an in-conversation. You can't know about that one. Very good. Well, that's good news, isn't it? We're all going to go home happy tonight.
If I don't get out there in time.
No, that's true. Right, so let's crack on then so we can get Laura out on time so she can achieve. Now, this is amazing. Now, I'm showing you the wire. The wire is not necessarily the highlight of this kit. It's a fabulous addition, but it's almost coming along for the ride, and I'll show you why. What we have here in this kit is 245 carats of various shapes and sizes of this amazing gemstone that we can either call lepidolite or lepidolite. It's up to you. I don't really mind either way. I was showing you this on TV, probably 10 plus years ago actually, and we always used to call it lepidolite. It's beautiful actually. It's a mica. lepidolite, which is aluminium rich, but it also contains, and this is really, really interesting actually, this contains lithium. Now, lithium you will have heard of because it's the lightest metal there is, and which is why you've heard of lithium-ion batteries, and the reason why they're developing lithium-ion technology is so the batteries are smaller and lighter and more powerful. So this is actually a lithium-containing stone. Now, you might think, well, why are you telling me that? Is that relevant? It is, in so much as the people extracting the gemstones here as we are from Madagascar, and there are only a few locations around the world actually that we can actually source lepidolite. We've gone to the premium location in Madagascar for this, is that if there's lithium around, there's a massive demand, like a huge, massive demand, because lithium-ion batteries are in everything. They're in mobile phones, they're in watches, they're in everything electrical that you walk around with in your hand. They're in tablet computers, they're in anything that has a rechargeable battery in it. So therefore, lithium as a resource is massively sought after. Because of course rechargeable batteries are made of that. So actually trying to, and it's funny because you know where lepidolite is mined, it's mined in the same areas as gemstones like tourmaline, which is quite exciting, which is good to know. But it is a fabulous, fabulous gemstone, really, really varied. Now I have got in this particular sample, and you will get, we're going by carat weight here, so you know how this works. 245 carats could mean just 2 hulking great cabochons. It could be split between 7 smaller. Now, Laura, you had 2 different kits sent to you. Each had 5. Is that right?
Yes, but they were all really quite. If I show you my second set,
all right,
you'll see.
Because I've got 6 in mine.
If you see the difference, though, here,
oh gosh, yeah,
they're all really quite substantial. So that's proof of the sort of the carat weight, because you can see the size of those. And again, in the piece here that I had 5 here as well.
Yeah. It's amazing. And let's have a look at some of the keepsake pieces that Laura's created, and we'll have a demo of one of these a little bit later on as well. And I'll get you to grab yourself, Laura, the Tree of Life book one, and just show us how it opens up as well, because you've made them all lockets, haven't you? I
have, yes. So they all have a sort of hidden feature as such. So shall I sort of show you them?
Take that one off and show us.
It's this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just straighten that because it moved. So that's the sort of...
This is stunning.
This is the front. And again, I had a lovely sort of rectangle-shaped gemstone, so I thought this was ideal. Like you said, you and Phil both said, it looks like a book. Yeah. And that's what I was sort of going for. Yeah. So it's going to open. And then there's your little picture. I chose a picture of a lurcher because I have a lurcher. Well,
that's beautiful.
4 lurchers, but...
and you could have pictures on either side of that as well if you wanted to.
You could actually, yeah, the way that the framing happened here. Yeah. That wasn't intentional, it just kind of happened. So you have that mechanism, and then you can sort of treat it like that. Love it.
Listen, can I just show you my selection of lepidolite again? The price that you're seeing on the screen right now is £32.95. Now, if that gave you just this selection of that 245 carats of lepidolite, that would be amazing at £32.95. Remember though, that's not all that's in this kit. We do have wire in this kit as well. We have got 100 metres of your 0.25 antique bronze wire. You've got 10 metres of your 0.6, and you've got 10 metres of your 0.8. And we're taking the whole entire kit, and this is to clear. It's a clearance kit tonight. And given the fact that we're on Keepsake Day today, where we're talking about making lasting treasures, £14.95 for this entire kit feels a bit of a giveaway, because actually, if you've got the potential of getting... Laura had in 2 of her kits that she was sent, she had 5 cabochons. This studio sample has 6. Remember, it's done by carat weight. If you're not happy with your selection, you have got the option to return it as well. I think you're going to be delighted when you get these. If you can create yourself a little locket, or 2 or 3 or 5, if you can create a pendant. This is such an interesting gemstone. It's got such a lot going for it as well. And again, we are lucky to see lepidolite as well, because again, of its lithium content. So actually it's probably much more valuable in these mining areas for the miners to just chip past all of the lepidolite heading towards lithium is what we're after, and we'll just extract it out of all of these stones and we'll just have that thank you, because people want it for their mobile phones, smartphone batteries and tablet batteries and electronic watches and things like that. Lithium is, it's one of those natural resources that unfortunately the world is pushing everything else to one side, a bit like what's going on in some of the Arizona mountain ranges in America, where there's all this beautiful turquoise in the mountains, but there's all this lovely copper in there as well. So they're going, forget the turquoise, we're after the copper, thank you very much, because we can turn that back into cash very easily. It's easy to extract, it doesn't need shaping, it just needs extracting, and then, you know, it can be sold on. So actually where you've got natural resources like that, to actually, you know, bypass a gemstone would be an enormous temptation by the people extracting this stone. But I think it is worthy. Do you know, it has little essences of lots of other gemstones as well, I think. I think it has a little bit of an essence of a showerite to it as well. So I think if you love a showerite, you will definitely love a lepidolite. It has got some real depth and sort of definition and personality to it as well. Got too rude not to, says
I don't blame you. I mean, I would multi-buy if I could. I'll be brutally honest. One, antique bronze wire. Can't remember the last time that we've seen antique bronze wire.
It's been a long time, actually.
A lovely combination. So my favourite combination of wires is 0.8 and 0.25. So what?
Angela says, hi both, I love lepidolite, had to buy it, awesome designs, Laura. Isn't it a ridiculous price as well, Angela? I mean, I don't know how this has been allowed, to be honest with you.
I was shocked when you said the price.
And I know that's easy for Laura to say, it's easy for me to say, you know, because you would naturally think, well, you know, that's what you guys are there for, you're there to sell. Well, yes and no. We will always have a conversation in the office about a kit price, and you know, there are some times we have some difficult conversations, and we kind of go en masse. So you know, myself, Laura, and Phil have been known to link arms and en masse troop upstairs and say, guys, come on, this is, you know, this is really, really nice, but it feels like too far a stretch for what's in this kit, or I'm not sure if I wouldn't be happy paying that price, can I ask somebody else to pay that price? And we really do everything that we can for you. With this one, we were like, what, really?
I was asked to guess the price, and I was sort of, because I'm always rubbish at guessing the price anyway. Yeah. And I started off with sort of 25, because I do know we're really sort of generous, and then I panicked and went 29, because I was like, I was going up, not down. Yeah. So I was really shocked when Phil said the price of this. For the cabochons alone, it's worth it. Yeah. For the cabochons alone, and you do get a lovely mix of shapes, so you can see that I've had a lovely variety, and as have you there.
Yeah. It's fantastic. 10 metres of your 0.8 antique bronze wire, 10 metres of your 0.6 gauge, and 100 metres of your 0.25 gauge in antique bronze. Even if you're just topping up your stash of your antique bronze wire, it's not a bad little deal, this, because you've got some lovely cabochons, and you know, whether you give those a seed bead cuddle, whether you net them, whether you make lockets as Laura has, you will definitely find something for this this gemstone, which is a real beauty. And it's something a little bit different as well, isn't it? It's far from the madding crowd. It's far from, you know, always the gemstone that you see. Now, of the quantity of, what did we start with? Right, we started with 129. Half the stock of this kit has already sold out and gone. So we'll see some demo with Laura, but can I just urge you to just, you know, I mean, there are people who love this gemstone, who maybe see the odd one cabochon come on screen every blue moon and on and gone, and there might be 5 or 10 of them. If you are, you know, a fan of this gemstone, or you know someone that is, give them a quick call right now, drop them a quick text, do whatever you need to, and say, get this, you want to get this kit, $14.95. And remember, it's nearly 250 carats of this lepidolite stone in cabochons. Now that might be, as it is in my studio sample, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a nice variance of shapes there. We've got a marquise, there is a drop, there's a round, there's an oval, there's a square there, almost like a cushion, like a nice soft square, and you've also got this other large oval. Now you may get fewer stones that may be larger and deeper cabochons. With Laura's two kits,
that's one of the sort of the more substantial ones out of mine, and it's quite good because you can hold that and you can see the difference, and that was 1 of 5, so you can see the depth of that one is a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that the tones are different as well.
Yeah, because we were saying before, some of it is a little showerite, and some of it's a little bit ruby zoisite.
Yeah, it's got that kind of, and it is almost like it's got. I mean, looking at it from this angle, that one just looks like it's lit up with glitter inside. It's just they're absolutely stunning.
Let me show you this one that Laura's talking about. I'll dip it in there. Look
Can
at
you
that.
just see that sort of that sparkle? It's just such a lovely back sort of drop for anything that you want to do, really.
It's
and
a gorgeous stone, actually. Look, you can actually get a little bit where it's been less polished on the back of the stone there. You can get a real idea of its sort of crystal structure. It's amazing, isn't it?
And I mean, I know I've done lockets because we're on Keepsake Day, and that's sort of part of what we're you know, that's the theme for the day. But I just love the fact that I could do the white layers of woven wire. You know, I can do a lovely pendant if I wanted to. You know, and I have done that on a couple of these. Obviously, I've added the sort of the locket feature on the back. You don't have to do that. You could just, this wire is ideal just to make pendants if you wanted to, or rings, or anything that you want.
It's brilliant. It really is. Can I tell you, we're approaching 3/4 of quite a considerable stock for a late show for a kit, and it's all down to this price tag, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's great. Keep grabbing that now. I'm going to keep reminding you of that, but I do want to see as well a little bit of how we turn these cabochons into, you know, amazing keepsakes. Quick message though. A long message actually. I'm shortly going to have a fluffy mushroom omelette with minted new potatoes, asparagus and French beans, and for desserts I'm having watermelon, apricot, red grapes and green grapes and nectarine fruit salad. That's more than my 5 a day in one meal, says Sheila. P.S. By the way, I'm a vegetarian. That could have been anything then, couldn't it? I'm a stickler for detail. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I did ask, you see.
Can I quickly show the features of them though?
Yes, please
just
do.
Before,
Yes, please do.
We do, just so that I can show how they all open, just so you can see. So I'm just...
This is lovely. This is lovely, because this is like
so this is
a locket, but not a locket.
Yeah, it's almost like a pendant. So from that angle, it just looks like a pendant. But then when you open this, which I can't do, we've got a little... So that opens like that. Okay, I'll pop that back on in a minute because the chains...
Okay,
so we've already seen the
Mike needs to have that one back now to take its picture again, because he didn't realise.
Lockets.
It was such a hidden secret. He didn't he didn't get the secret.
So there's this one.
She just thought you'd
just
done
basically
a shoddy
bad wire
job.
work is what he was saying. Just thought, I'll take a good angle of that.
Ooh, that's a bit shoddy for Laura. She's usually so
a good angle to do her a favour.
Oh, see the love in the room, it's strong tonight.
So there's this one, which is obviously a double one, it's more of a feature. And the...
This one, Mike, has a key.
This one has a key.
Look, Laura's made a little key. Okay, if you've seen any of the pictures on the web of any of Laura's designs today, we're going back to the drawing board.
So it's only the top... It's only the top part of this one that's actually the locket part, so the bottom is just sort of a feature. So that's that one.
Wow, this is a revelation to Mike.
So Mike doesn't realise that any of them opened, I don't think. Do you know any of them are opened?
Yeah, it's all of them, Mike.
And then this is the final one. So again, you don't have to do this sort of... all of this detailing, so you can see the back part there, and then again there's a little key feature just down the side, and then you open that.
Gosh, does that open?
It opens!
Oh, it opens!
Wow.
Good Lord!
And that one opens up there.
That's very clever.
I did actually show everybody, Mike, so...
Send Mike a memo next time.
Yeah, so basically just wanted to show you how they all work together. Can you do the chains on them? Because I'm going to show the actual demo.
Yeah.
So So the one that we're going to do is the Tree of Life one, just because, again, it's just something I thought was really a little bit different, and we all love the sort of the Tree of Life effect.
Yeah.
So.
But will it open?
Well, it doesn't have to, but this particular one does.
Why not? As it's a locket.
You know, it's a locket theme. I thought I'd better make sure that they opened.
Yeah.
But okay, so we've got the.
Bless you, Mike.
0.8 and the 0.4. 0.8 and the 0.6 mainly for this particular one. Just gonna get.
Come closer.
Repositioned.
We're just getting the right angle from above.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is use my 0.8 wire. Now what I wanted to do was create a sort of a frame from around the gemstones. So I'm going to take this off so you can actually see what I mean. So you'll see this one here. So I've mirrored the shape, but the frame is actually around the outside of the gemstone, so that when you actually place the tree onto it, that will help secure it, and we'll use some excess wires here again just as a bit of additional support. Okay, we do have to factor into it this little sort of clasp part, and so I'm going to take a longer piece of wire. It's probably going to be about 1.5 meters. Again, it depends on the size of the cabochon that you're wrapping, and I'm going to just pop some pliers into the loop. Now I've actually got the vise at home, and I just put the wire into the vise, and I find it a lot easier to twist the wire then. And what I'm going to do is just twist it. So what I'm doing is giving myself a stronger frame wire. Now you have to remember that we are going to be going around a gemstone. So in this situation, I think I'll go for this one. And so I want to be able to get this wire to go just around it, and I have to remember to incorporate at some point just this little sort of angled part here. So you do have to sort of stop and check. So I'm just twisting this wire now. Thank you, Derek.
That's all right. That to be useful.
So when I'm twisting it, what I'm also doing is running my fingers through and separating these wires, because if you just keep twisting it like this, it will wrap around here and get caught up.
Yeah.
So again, just keep going and just do enough. So it's going to go around the actual sort of piece here. Okay. So I'm going to be doing that. And I just remembered, I always forget about this bit when I'm doing it. I did so many different ones, I'm going to have to remember how they're all done. Right. So there's also this little coily bit here, which you can just about see here. Okay? Just that section just there. Okay, so if I'm going around like this, what I can do is just make sure I get the coiled section just here. So I'm going to actually come in here and just create the sort of the lip part, or the sort of the angled part that will catch the sort of the lock at the back. This little part, if I open it like that, that will help.
Yeah.
This part here. So you need to mirror that there, okay? And then going around, and when you get to the opposite side, again, just take one wire. Bell making pliers are quite good for this because you're able to get a nice, I'm going to have to just lift this up, I'm afraid, because it's a longer wire. Okay, and I'm just going to wrap it a couple of times around, I know my hand's probably in the way, about 3 or 4 times around your pliers. So I'm using my bell making pliers, I'm using the medium size ones, and using the smallest side, just because it gives me a nice size coil, but without overpowering the design as well.
Okay, so this is like the, I want to call it the spine of the book, but it's
it's
the hinge in effect,
yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
So then I'm just going to bring both those wires back together, let them continue around, and then we can sort of lock them in together. Obviously you're going to make this more measured against the stone.
Yeah.
Or you can switch to a bigger stone that's going to fit. Obviously I'm doing this super quick, where you would take that time to make sure that it's going to be the right size. So you can see that there, okay? So what I'm going to do is just take these wires, just bringing them through that little loop that I initially made. That will lock it all into place. So bring that around like that, through that loop. Again, just keep going back and shaping it, making sure it's as it should be. Making sure that these parts stay where they're meant to on the cabochon.
So that stays
Centre.
at like 9 o'clock and the other ones at 3
because
o'clock.
obviously otherwise it's going to be sort of off centre. So you want it to be parallel to each other and you want them to be in the right place. So obviously this is done, as I said, super quick, but you can get the idea.
Yeah.
So then what I'm going to do is take these wires and use these to create, if I turn it over, this supported detail here. Sorry, I'll just move it for you. It's a bit hard to see because of the light, but you can just about see it there. There you can. Hang on, turn it around for you to see. So that's just those wires, and I've just sort of almost spiraled them in. And then when we lock them in with the other wires, that sort of makes a really lovely solid foundation for that
It's like
stone.
a little heart shape as well, isn't
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but it did end up looking like a little heart.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's supported from the front by the tree, and then that gives the support across the back. So I'm just going to use my wires, bring them around. Obviously, this is
I love the fact that you can put pictures in these lockets as well. If you haven't yet had a look at what's in this kit for $14.95, can I urge you to go? If you're watching us on the web, obviously it'll be underneath us now, all the details, because it's 245 carats of lepidolite cabochons, and then it's 120 metres of antique bronze wire. You get 100 metres of 0.25, 10 metres of 0.6, and 10 metres of 0.8 as well, which is brilliant. So it's almost like the wire comes along absolutely for free for the ride. To be fair, that wire work is so beautiful and exquisite, I wouldn't be looking for even more features to them. Stunning work, says Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. To be fair, though, Mike said it was wonky, just thought it was loose, so... But thank you.
Oh, he doth protest too much, I think. Ah, dear. Hello, lovely Dee in Cornwall, who says, divine, beautiful designs, Laura. Thank you for the inspiration. They are. They are fabulous. They really are. I had SW burgers.
Slimming.
Oh, that well-known...
Slimming type burgers.
Well-known other...
There's
slimming,
WW ones as well.
Other slimming group organisations are available.
Yes.
I had I need to go to that as well, definitely. I think I need to have a few weeks on that. I had SW burgers, roasted onion, peppered tomato, and a bulb of garlic. I hope you had that nicely roasted. Sarah says, in that case, he's just daft.
Thank you. Okay. So placing that on there, I mean, and it's fine to have a little bit, I mean, obviously, as I said, this isn't as it should be, but it's fine to have that space around the cabochon as well, because when we add the tree detail onto it, that's obviously going to go into those gaps, so that will fill any of those in.
Laura, sorry to interrupt for a second. Just remind us of the name of this kit again, just the first two words.
It was a cabochon Lockets.
That's right.
So I don't know. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Sorry. Thanks for clarifying that for us. I think we're going to lose our direction in a minute. I'll stop now.
Stop, just ignoring you. So now
Phil, you're going to have to promise him one of those woodland walks. Not for... Sorry. Cool, we're not getting any demo done tonight, are we?
I do apologise.
Messing around.
I do apologise.
Right, order,
okay.
everyone. So we've got our frame.
So what I'm going to do now is actually form the tree section and attach that to the front. So at the moment, obviously, there's no stability. We've got the foundation at the back, which obviously you can tweak that per the size and shape of your gemstone. Just get that to give it that little bit. And it's nice for it to look pretty as well. So you want it to look nice as well. So place that back on there.
Well, see, now that looks... You know the other one, the back of the other one had almost like a heart look.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little... let's turn that to you. It's almost like a little owl now, isn't it?
Oh,
that one. That
cool.
little
I didn't think of
support
doing
there.
an owl. That would have been quite cool.
Beautiful. Owl locket, what would have been in there? Ooh, babies maybe. What do you call baby owls?
Owlets?
Are they called owlets?
I think so. I mean, that was
Well, we
both
both
just
said
made
it at
that
the
up.
same time, so...
That's not a
either.
guarantee.
Yeah, no, don't take what we say as gospel. Not when it comes to the animal kingdom.
Right.
Sorry, right,
So
how many wires are we getting
I'm just
here?
cutting, I'm only going to do 2, 3, 4, but
This
for
is
this
for the
one,
tree.
yeah, I've actually done, I did 5 of these wires. So for the tree detailing section here, I've actually had, so you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did 6 because they become pairs. So however many you want, again, depends on the size of the gemstone, how much detail you want across the front.
Could you vary the gauge of those as well?
You could do a 0.4, I wouldn't go any thicker.
Okay.
But you could drop down to a 0.4. You might find, to be honest with you, if I had a smaller gemstone and I was doing this on a smaller scale, then I would drop down to a 0.4 because it's a little bit easier to sort of manipulate.
But in the detailing of the tree, could you maybe even add some little detailing with 0.25 or too small?
You could, but the problem with using a 0.25, it's not a problem, is that it's just, it's such a fine wire, you need quite a lot to bulk it up.
That's true.
So that's why I tend to say, go for the thicker gauge.
Right.
That's all.
You could also mix your, I know we've got antique bronze in this kit, but you could actually mix your
mix your metals.
Yeah.
Some copper would look lovely, and or some silver, mix it all up. So I'm going to cut 6 just because.
Just because I've rabbited on so long, she's like, oh, well, I will cut another one then.
So what I'm going to do
I'll sit here and have my, this is the equivalent of having a dummy in my mouth. I'm just going to have my tea and shut up.
So I'm going to, now on this one, the spirals have ended up towards the bottom of the pendant, whereas on this one they ended up towards the sort of the top, so they were a little bit easier to catch with the wires. But that's fine, we'll work around that. And it's good because it's, if this happens to you, then obviously if it's something different.
Well, everyone's different, isn't it?
So all I would say is try to make sure that you do the coil on that side and then so it turns around as such. So I'm going to take all the wires and then I'm going to just feed them back through. And you can do this individually. Don't catch those spirals just yet. And then you're just going to bring them all around. If you do them individually, it is easier than trying to do them all at the same time.
She says bringing 3 through.
But you're not on a time limit like I am.
No, it's just the way you waited until that you brought them all one by one. And then,
No,
obviously, it's easier if you bring one at a time. I'm bringing 4 through.
So I'm bringing them around and I'm just going to twist them and then you can see that already you've got that sort of effect.
Oh, nice compliment from Wendy there. Loving your hair, Laura. Really suits you. Lovely summer shirt, Derek. Thank you, Wendy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this is the new one. I'm sick of seeing all the other ones.
This is the new colour.
Yeah,
You've got a new
and
shirt,
with coordinated outfits as well. I'm here tomorrow. Oh, this may be good news. This may not be good news, but I'm back tomorrow night as well on the Late Show in for Lucy with Sarah Elvin tomorrow evening, I do believe. And it's under 20 day, I think, on whatever the day tomorrow is.
Thursday
tomorrow, is it? I don't know. It works so few days these days. It's like they all blur into one.
I only know it's the weekend if the kids are home.
Yeah.
No concept of days.
No.
Okay, so I'm just separating these wires out so that this is the same way that you would do sort of any kind of tree. I'm separating them into 2s. So by having a, so if I show you up close, you'll see what I mean. You'll see a way of finding a natural sort of pair. So you see how they're crossing over there. So you want them to sort of find their buddy. So you'll see which ones will go better with each other. So that one's going to go better there, and just so that visually that's going to look nicer there. And you might have to unwrap one a little bit if you need to, but you can see. So you can put them into their pairs, and then we can place them back onto the piece. So at the moment I've kind of got it like that, so it's almost already a sort of a frame, and then you can place this on, and then you can pop it over like that, and this is where you can start to lock it into place. So take in your first bit. I tend to go anti-clockwise, but however suits you, and then I'm going to just twist. Now, if you felt that was too high, and it is a little bit, I get that it's a bit hard to see it in this light.
Yeah.
Then you could just untwist it again, but do that before you start the next stage, because the last thing you want to do is
have to go right the way back.
You can't undo it really. So I'm then going to take some pliers quickly, and what you can do is twist. So I'm holding the tree, the part itself, and I'm twisting the actual sort of trunk section of it.
To bring it down a little bit.
So you can see, and that will reduce it down a little bit as well. Okay, so popping that back on.
I'm sorry to interrupt it one more. I promise this will be the last time, but it is well over 3/4 of all of the kits have sold out and gone. So if you want this, these are very, very popular gemstone lepidolite. Remember, it's 245 carats. That could be 4, 5, 6, 7 cabochons of various sizes and shapes. And plus, remember your 120 metres of your antique bronze wire as well. 100 metres of 0.25, 10 metres of 0.6 and 10 metres of 0.8. That's it, done.
It's lovely. It's like I said, it's my favourite combination, and you can see the weaving that I've done on that. You don't have to make it into a locket if that's not your thing, or you don't want to do that with this, and you could just have it as a pendant. You can see here, this on its own would be fine as a pendant. You just wouldn't need to add in those details.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I've taken those wires, and what I've done is I've just wrapped them each individually once around the frame, just here. Then I'm going to turn the piece over.
Yeah.
And this is where you start to lock it all into place, because you take that same wire from across the back, which is here, and then you just very carefully catch the sort of the heart shape or whatever shape you've made, and then you just wrap it round once, is fine. Take some flush cutters and cut. And then the same with the second wire, making sure I'm actually taking the correct wire there.
And do you always do that sequentially as well? So you'll do it in your start, you know?
Yeah, as you go in.
Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Yeah, well, you're using the same wires, so it would be natural sort of placement.
Yeah.
I'm not wrapping that very well, but you can see. So then you would turn the piece back over again, and then you just repeat that process. So again, I'm going to take...
So you wouldn't twist your branches first and then do all of the catching, you do...
It's just how I do it.
Yeah,
you could, it's just for me, I tend to do it one piece at a time, because things might change. You might think, oh, actually, I want that one laid over there.
Yeah.
So for me, it kind of develops itself as it's going. So you would then just take that, and again, you would pop that, and you repeat that process all the way around. So I'll go back to this piece here for you to see.
Sorry. I'd said I would interrupt again, but I'm not gobsmacked, because we all knew that the price for this one would allow the kit to walk itself out of the door. But I've got orders for 2s and 3s, and you know, and there are lots of them as well. It's very, very popular indeed, because remember, of course, the wire is coming along. It's coming along for the ride. It completely and utterly is. That's amazing. That's coming up in a wee while, by the way. I saw you having a little sneaky peek. That amber, lowest ever price later. But that's later, sorry, Laura.
That's okay. So you can see that section there, and as I said, you can see, if I show you, if you're looking close there, you'll see exactly what I mean by how I've wrapped around. And I've just wrapped, cut, and obviously go in if you've got some, I've got the Xeron flush cutters that I've gone and got a nice close, nice fine cut, so there's no sharp edges there. Take your chain nose pliers and just make sure it's all nice and flat. And you can see just on this section here that I've taken it and locked, so you can see that one wire travels and it locks that two bits together, that keeps it, that stability again. And I think, there's this one here which has come quite low on the side, and again that's able to come around here. So you can place these wires where you want them to go, and you can run them sort of down, feed them down here if you need to get to a different place to actually secure it. Okay, and with this type of design you could easily take it, if you found that actually, say for example on this piece here, you know, you're locking it around the top and you wanted stability there, there's nothing to say you don't take your 0.25 and just stitch that in if you needed to. So if you found it in the opposite direction like I have here, you can do that. So you just continue that, and that will give you that one piece. Then obviously you need to connect the back to it. So the back is done in the exact same way. You can see the frame's been created with a twist, exactly the same as I did here. But what you have to do, so I'll just take a plain piece of wire and show you it as if it was a plain piece. Move all of that out of the way. What you would do, obviously, imagine this is twisted. You twist it to a certain point, and then you have to actually feed it through. And then, but that being said, if you've got it wide enough, you might be able to put both of the wires through. Actually, I think I got both the wires through on that one, because I used that larger bell making plier to give me a larger loop. So you can put both your wires through, but just again midpoint like you did on this piece here with that section there, you just have to sort of, so that section just there, you have to take in your...
I just had an idea.
Okay.
Sorry. I shouldn't have ideas. But that's the thing. Because because the designers are there to spark our imagination. But I was just thinking, if we look on the book one, we could potentially create this a slightly different way, could be, and almost create more of a spine if we wanted to, with some antique bronze long like bugle, like the tubes, and you could take the wires up, providing the wires would go up.
Yeah, but, but the thing is, the difference
that would give you a nice crisp, almost like a spine,
a nice straight line.
Yeah.
So you control the size of that, so you can make it so that it will fit. Because you know, obviously we've got our bell making pliers, so whatever size you use is going to create it. Obviously, you don't want it to be too bulky. No. But like I say, some of the ones were finer, sort of thinner gauges ones. Yeah. So what you do is you're going along that part. The same way that I sort of stopped and kicked out that section there, you do the same, but you turn it into sort of like a thinner part that you then will just, roll that up. Can I just have a quick look? Yes. And then, sorry, I did that one a couple of times because I couldn't remember the way that I did it. Yeah, so you almost kind of roll it so it almost goes like that angle. Yes, so it's almost... Yeah, so it will then just clip in to the connection that you've made. And then, again, same way, so again, can I borrow that? Yes, of course you can. You'll see that the tail wires, the same as they did on this side, have created what will be there. If you wanted a slightly stronger gauge, something to say, don't take a piece of 0.1 wire and just stitch that in and use that if you wanted to. 1 mil, sorry. And then I netted the back with the 0.6. just to give extra stability. So netting's been done a load of times, but just brought that into the centre, a bit like a dream catcher, and that's just given that additional support. And then, so that just clicks in place like that. And then that's just a little coil again, that's been almost like, is it, you know, with the key rings, when you feed the key rings on? Yes. So that's just been done with a little kind of a coil and just spiralled onto the back frame of this piece. Do you know what I was just thinking as well? I was, too many ideas. So this is brilliant, because this is just a brilliant sort of spark. The sparks are flying now with me. With the cabochons in mind, and this might not work for your selection, it might not. In fact, it could, no matter what your selection is. But in the studio sample, there were 2 slimmer cabochons. So I'm thinking now there's a potential of making reversible. I debated that because like I had a couple like this that were very similar. They weren't quite the same shape, and I debated doing a completed locket, but I just thought I had a few ideas to set them differently. But it was definitely something that came across my mind as well as an option. Or there's a way also of having the cabochon as the back detail. Yeah. So, you know, and having the detail at the front. So there's lots of options, but basically you can, hopefully that made sense as quickly as we kind of could. No, it does. You're basically repeating the same on the back part as you do on the front, but you just have to do a little hook into it. For me, actually, that was a good refresher of, because I've been, to be honest, thinking a while about making a tree of life design. You can have that, and then you can remember as a reference. But forgotten how to start one off. Not an actual. Because actually, because the Tree of Life design is, would you agree, is one of those great. You don't have to be mega experienced. No. And it can give you a real kind of whoa. It's very effective. I did that. It's very effective. I still have. Remember that bracelet that we made ages and ages and ages ago. It's still pride of place. Sometimes it's around a candle. Sometimes we're just taking pictures of it. Yeah. Everyone that comes around, I say, I made this. It's brilliant. It's such a proud moment, isn't it? Well done. If you want some, sorry, which chain did you say it was, Phil? There's some antique bronze curb chain. We've just flashed up the details as well. So if you want that to add to your designs, because obviously your kit comes with wire, doesn't come with chain. And we did make the clasp out of the kit as well, just so that you know. So if I just show you the back quickly, you can see. So it's made with the wire. Yeah, so I mean, I added the chain, but that was all I added because I felt it needed. Yeah. It needed that. So even if you haven't got findings, you can make your own. Oh, if you haven't got any already, you can get some. We had some details up just a moment. We're having a star by, are we? Are we? Why not? So let's have one of these.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking now. You know what I'm thinking now. You know the back of your book?
Yes.
I'm thinking that you could have just, we could dot those in the netting on the back.
You could also dot them into the front, into the actual
That's
tree
true, I'm
itself.
thinking. I'm thinking about the back. Yeah, of course you could. Like golden apples.
Yeah, you could add them in. I mean, to be fair, they'd look lovely as a detail in any of these designs, just popped in for that little sort of feature.
Yeah. Yes,
That's the loose one.
Yeah, that's why Mike didn't quite get the locket concept there. Anyway, we've moved on from that, haven't we? We've moved on. All those photos will be taken again later. So, 20 of these sterling silver gold-plated beads. Oh, okay, brilliant.
Wow.
Just grab these then. Because that allows you to, well, now you can go to the back of the pendant,
Yeah,
can't
definitely.
you? Definitely.
But you could also make a really cool little stretchy ring out of that. Very popular at the moment are the sort of the beaded charm rings. So they are literally just pop that onto elastic, add a jump ring, and then add a drop of gemstone.
Oh, is that what's down with the kids right now?
Yeah, I think. I don't know if it's down with the kids, but it's quite. I don't know. I've seen them around, and they're quite cool.
Very good. Yeah, I don't know what the word for down with the kids is right now, because it was sick, wasn't it? But it's probably moved on from that now, hasn't it? Is it still sick?
Is it lit?
Lit.
Yeah.
Lit. That's the word. Leah is our authority on that. We rely on you, Leah, to keep us down. Leah was modelling for one of the very, very well-known, what do they call them, fast fashion brands, weren't you, this week? And therefore she's around the very trendy, you know, London fashion types. So we're taking it that down in London, the new, that's sick, as in the good sick.
I thought it was lit.
Because to us,
it
is now, no, it is now lit.
Oh, right.
That's lit is the new sick.
If you know the new song, The Floss, they're not a song, the new dance move,
You
The
probably
Floss.
don't do that, though, do you, anymore? That's well lit.
No.
That's what we say in studios, isn't it? It's well lit. Anyway, £2.95.
Please never do that again.
If you know the cool words that your children, grandchildren, nephews, whatever, the word for cool, because it just changes so often.
I'll ask my daughter.
Although I have to say, there's a certain thing about the word dude coming around again and again and again, isn't it? Because I thought dude was like an 80s thing. You know, like, did it come from... Was it Bill and Ted's Adventure? It came from that, didn't it? Which would have been what, 80s, 90s, whenever that was?
Early 90s,
probably.
I think. I'm not sure.
And yet, I quite often now, when I'm meeting new people for whatever reason, quite often a guy will say to me, dude.
I've got a friend, and me and my friend just kill each other dude all the time.
I do take it as a compliment, because it kind of, you know, that's good. To be dude is still quite...
Kind of cool.
Kind of good. It doesn't make me want to go out and buy a snapback cap and wear it sideways. You know
I think you should. You could definitely rock that look.
And Deck when they were PJ and Duncan. Anyway, £2.95 for 20 gold-plated sterling silver, fabulous beads. That's really nice. Dude! Love that word.
It's the other one, dude, where's my car? That's funny. I can't catch that one.
Right, thank you, darling. There we go, we got them all. Smaller ones. They must be very small. Hang on. Excuse the chair. Here they are. Oh, these are smaller, aren't they? Oh, these are very sweet. Are these for, well, they could be for anything, couldn't they? I'd make a little cluster piece out of those. You've got 100 to play with, haven't you? These are brass beads which are gold coloured. Oh, £1.
Wow.
£1. So the last one were, what size were the last ones, Phil? 3 mil. Of course I was paying attention. I was just reminding myself. These are 2 mil round, so they are seed bead size as well.
Yeah. So they'd be great in your seed bead designs, but again, they'd be great within your wire work as well, with the antique bronze. Imagine that with the cabochons.
Yeah.
I can't say the name of.
Yeah. Oh, lepidolite. Well, see, we had this debate about the name of this gemstone. I'm sure we used to call it, when I used to sell jewellery with this gemstone in it many, many years ago, we call it lepidolite.
I don't think that's what lepidolite. I just can't say it.
And if we say lepidolite, then it sounds like leopard. But then, of course, if you say lepidolite, there's that unfortunate word in the middle that sounds like middle, but isn't middle. Do you know what I mean? So there you go. That's why you can understand why we. I know we are. We are ridiculously immature. We are forever. We've got to be big kids at heart, haven't we? We've got to be. Anyway, that's just £1. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Everyone should pop one into their order, really, shouldn't they, for £1?
Put a couple in. Imagine, so if you spend £5, that's 500 beads.
Yeah.
And again, that's going to, for me, like I said, I would do, I'd add some sort of detail to the gemstones here. If you netted around them, or you could frame around them.
Which gemstones are they?
These lovely cabochons here.
Oh, those cabochons.
Yeah. Those ones.
Beautiful. Okay, we don't have many of those remaining, by the way. Oh, we have some extra cheeky little deals tonight as well, by the way. Oh, actually, I can't tell you about that. That's later, because we've got a brilliant pearl deal coming up later, and something you don't usually see connected with pearls sold on its own. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, which you will be able to buy later. But that's what you call a vague tease. We've also got this huge piece of amber, which is going to the lowest ever price tag.
That's amazing. I need that.
Its best price so far, Phil, was $39.95. When are we doing that, Phil? Oh, it's the must-have. Of course it is. There's a reason why Phil prints out these sheets with the list of star buys and amazing things. It's big. It's good, isn't it? Right, next up. Oh, some more cabochons. You can say the names of these.
Oh, these are red onyx.
These are onyx, yeah. Sorry, what were these again, these purple ones?
Lovely. That's what they are.
Right. Oh. 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 There's a bit of sneaky shopping going on here, by the way, as well, by the way. If you think every now and again, oh, Laura's just having a little sort of look like she's not really sort of paying attention. She's doing a deal with Phil.
She's listening.
She's doing a deal with Phil, that's what she is. That's what she's up to. Save me one of those. These are red onyx. There's lots of these. Oh, sorry, Leah. There you go. So I've got... Is this by carat weight? Yes, it is, isn't it? So you've got plain ovals and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of them. Yes, would go very, very nicely with the antique bronze as well, wouldn't it, that we had in the kit?
They would be beautiful.
So if you've just got the lovely purple cabochons kit...
The what?
It's lovely purple. You've not heard of that before. Lovely purple.
Oh, the locket kit.
Yeah, lovely purplite.
I think that's my new favourite name for it.
Yeah,
Purplite.
lovely purplite. Oh gosh, this is good as well, isn't it? $9.95.
Wow.
So are we? Yes, we are getting the sizes that we're seeing here, aren't we? Because we're getting. You're going to get a variety of them, but they will range from 23 by 18s up to, what was that, 31 by 32. See, this one's almost like sort of coin. It's almost like the thickness of a, you know, pound, well, probably thicker than a pound coin, I would say.
That would be lovely for a reversible pendant as well, because, you know, with a sort of a traditional cabochon, you're going to get that flat sort of matte back and then the dome. With that, it's quite...
yeah, it's polished both sides. Yeah. Gorgeous. Nice. Good for $9.95. I'd be quick on that one. Actually, if you were creating one of those lovely pieces that you make, you know, with the foundation backing, you could maybe make your lovely purplite, the centre one, and then do some surrounding red onyx, couldn't you?
Add the gold beads and the antique bronze vibe. Got everything you need.
I always think of Jill Hunter's Kraken design that she did, which is this great big piece of foundation, which was in a Kraken, which is like a dragon, is it?
I think so,
kind of design, using different gemstones and seed beading. Wonderful. Time for one of these? very nice. Nice piece of information there, Phil, as well. We are going to be taking these to the lowest ever price tag. In fact, we'll tell you that they've never been lower than 15 before. And these are great step cut, rectangular amethyst. Look at the clarity. It's amazing. In fact, one or two of those are a little bit amylite-y, aren't they? Not amylite-y, what's the other one?
Ametrine.
Ametrine, thank you. 10 points. Very good. You can come more often. She knows what she's talking about. It's amazing. Love it. They're really good. Actually, right, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I lost count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 stones I'm counting on my strand. Elsewhere in another life, that in a very, very strappy sterling silver band with probably gram and a half of silver, that would be a £15 spend per stone.
Yeah.
Because this is gem quality. It's, you know, beautiful step cuts. I mean, the cutting of the gemstones is incredible. I'm just pondering whether to share Mike's joke with you.
I think that's what's good about it.
That's great. We'll leave it for the Director Mike joke book out in all good retailers soon. Not soon enough, some would say. £12.95, and there are 16 stones here as well. They are stunning. And as well because you can get through one end, which is not the most elegant way of saying it. Because there is a drill hole through one end, you could kind of set them where you went up one side of one and came down the other side of another and set them together.
So you could set them so they're sort of opposite?
Yes. I don't know how, I'm thinking out loud. Because at the moment, it's like they're all hanging on a washing line when they're on a strand like this. But I'm thinking, right, the hole's at one end, so I could take one and take something yet to be determined, I'm thinking.
So you could right angle, so you could basically bring two, if you brought say, monofilament through, and then you could bring both the ends through the opposite side so that they both go through, and then possibly get it back. Depends. Monofilament is super fine, so you should be able to get that through the drill hole.
They really should rename that, shouldn't they? They should, because nobody can say it, can they? It's one of those you just can't say, can you? Monofilament.
Monofilament.
Even when you try and say it slowly, you trip over it, don't you? Monofilament. £12.95.
Can't wait for the second kit.
Oh no. Oh no! Actually, you should be saying that at home as well, actually, because you haven't seen the price of the second kit as well. Oh, good Lord. Ridiculous. Let me show you the kit, because we're pretty much saying goodbye to this kit this evening. First airing on a late show for this kit. It is the gorgeous lepidolite stones. I've got 6 in my selection here. Laura had 2 different selections which had 5 cabochons. You get a variety of sizes and shapes and thicknesses as well. You're getting this at £14.95, and you would think, okay, well, how much is the wire kit? No, the wire kit is in this kit. So you've got the cabochons, and you've got 100 metres of 0.25, and this is all antique bronze copper wire. You've got 10 metres of 0.6 and 10 metres of 0.8 millimetre in your antique bronze as well. So it's a great stash builder if, you know, as Laura said earlier, we haven't seen antique. I haven't seen antique bronze wire, and actually, it's one that once you start using it, you really go for it, don't you?
Yeah, it's a lovely wire, and again, it lends itself to so many gemstones. It's just beautiful, and it just brings out that sort of vintageness of them.
Yeah, I think I find it really, really nice when I've had quite a time of working with the silver wires or the gold wires. I think every now and again I think, okay, I kind of need a rest from those. I need to do something a little bit different. And because I think actually the name, it doesn't need to be called antique bronze. They could just call it bronze. But the fact that they've called it antique bronze sets your mind ticking. And it makes really meaningful pieces.
Yeah,
doesn't
most
it?
definitely. It's just beautiful. And it's a lovely wire to work with as well.
It is, gorgeous. Right, after the break, because we all need a little lie down. Is it still light outside? Still light outside now, won't it? God, remember the time when we came in the dark and went out in the dark? And now it's still light. We're doing lowest ever price on this amber drop very, very shortly. Lowest ever price so far has been $39.95. Tonight we have a reduction. It is our must-have, and it comes up straight after the break. More from Laura in an hour's time. One of the most incredible pearl kits as well. Stay right where you are. We're back in 3.
Jewellery Maker is live on Freeview Channel 76 every day from 8 AM to 1 PM. But if you don't want to miss out on fantastic deals and demonstrations from our guest designers after 1 PM, then simply press the red button on your TV remote. Remember, your TV must be connected to the internet. Your screen may go black for a few seconds whilst the internet loads, but then you should be able to carry on watching Jewellery Maker for the rest of the day. And remember, we are live until 10 PM. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello everyone, it's Mark Smith here. In honour of Chelsea Flower Show, which is being held this week in London, we thought we'd invite you all to our little piece of Chelsea right here in the Cotswolds. So this is our front garden. And the reason that we're here today is just to give you a bit of a heads up of a rather special show that we're going to be having on Friday the 25th. It's going to be called Mark Smith's Flower Show. So not only will I be doing one show, I'm going to be doing all 3. So that's the morning, the mid and the late. So what's the whole day going to entail? The morning show, we've got a couple of DVD relaunches, we've got craft fair tips and hints and jewellery party favourites. We've also got a couple of kits. One of them is a stunning sea bead kit called Laburnum Walk, and then the following kit is a beautiful, beautiful high-end chip and nugget gemstone kit. Mid-show, we're going to have something slightly different. Myself and presenter Becky are going to be having, instead of a masterclass, we're going to be having a garden question text-in. So any hints, tips, questions you need answering, all of a horticultural nature, we're going to be answering those for you on the mid-show. Again, a couple of beautiful kits and DVD relaunches. And for the late show, myself and presenter Zena, it's more of a seed bead theme show. By popular demand, and we know how popular these are, we've got brand new bugle beads and the bugle bead DVD. And we've also got, we haven't had this DVD now for over 18 months, I believe, and it is the only relaunch that we've had of the seed bead wire macrame DVD. So we're launching that as well as some puka beads, and we've got lots and lots of different things planned for the days. So that's this Friday, 25th of May, our little slice of Chelsea in Redditch. I hope you can join me from 8 in the morning right through till 10 o'clock in the evening. I'll see you there.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Ah, dear. Laura Binding and her Olympic chocolate. I tell you what, you've never seen chocolate move so quickly.
It's for the late team.
You realised,
my chocolate for everybody.
as Mike
you need to come out then, Mike.
As Mike was counting down 4, 3, 2, 1, Laura just realised that whole big thing was there for all to see.
Of course, no one would have known if you hadn't said anything.
I know. Do you know
would have worked?
Do you know I didn't even take one in that break either, and I'm regretting that
karma.
now. It is called karma, isn't it? Right now, listen. This piece of amber, oh, I just adore it. I just adore it. This is our must-have tonight. This is incredible. You know what we are doing with amber right now is quite incredible. I might not have seen you for a wee while, but a couple of months ago I was in Prague, and there's a lot of amber in Prague because, of course, it comes from nearby, doesn't it, generally? And there were some quite sizable pieces, and it's quite difficult to work out the currency in Prague, as Leah knows because she was there a week after me. The Czech crown, the exchange rate literally changes day by day by day, and it goes up and down like a yo-yo. So trying to work out the prices in shops for anything, you know, be it a pair of shorts or, you know, a piece of amber or whatever, is difficult. And you only really realise when you get home and you see that every time you use your card, what you thought the exchange rate was and what it turns out to be when your card statement comes is another thing. But anyway, needless to say, the amber was very, very costly. Now, the last time this was sold was when, Phil? We launched this, okay, so it won't be this particular item number, Phil. Okay. Oh, so we've added more to it since. Right, okay, I understand. The first time we sold this was the birthday, but not this year, last year. The 7th birthday. When we first launched the major, so I was just around then on the 7th birthday, because that was when Carol went to Poland and we got the big first collection, all the pieces there where they didn't factor in the prices of the silver for connectors and this, that and the other, and we all did like a legal smash and grab and got some silly deals. And this piece of amber, this size, launched at $39.95, which I think is an amazing price, I have to say, because it is very much a collector's piece. Because as much as there are many things you could do with it in jewellery, sometimes a piece like this, it's as much about having it as what you create from it. So if you're having a bit of a brain block and you're thinking, right, okay, well, I'm not sure, and you know, and if it's still $39.95 and I need 2 or 3 because I want to do earrings and whatever, don't overthink this one. What I would say is take it as a collector's opportunity. We are going to slash the price, which is ridiculous, by 25%. We're taking a 25% discount. Can I just tell you right now for nothing, without even knowing or speaking to the buyers about this, the price of amber coming from Poland to us has not dropped by 25%. Has not. The price of nothing in our lives has dropped by 25% in the last year. Can you think of anything? Anything? No. Anything that you go out and buy on a regular basis dropped in price by 25% since last year? Anyone? Anything? Can you think of anything? Have the newspapers gone down in price by 25%? No, I don't think so. We talked earlier about a litre of petrol, which we'll skim over. Highest prices in something like 4 years or something at the moment we're paying. £1.30 a litre. And don't talk to me about diesel cars. Apparently that was a good thing, now it's not a good thing.
I know.
I was good, now I'm bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, but has the price of anything in your life gone down by 25%? Even Mike is saying to me, very helpfully, that the price of... this is his words, not mine, by the way. I'll just say that just in case I need to caveat, that even a penny sweet these days is probably nearer a 10p sweet.
Yeah, I don't think you can get penny sweets anymore. I think the cheapest you can get possibly is 2p sweets.
Well, I always take...
5, I don't know, it's been a while.
I always take, you know, the little packets of chewing gum, like the Wrigley's or the other chewing gums are available, and it used to come in like flat bits, didn't it? It used to come out
strips.
like little planks of chewing gum, didn't it? And now you get those little tablety things which you have to chew for ages and ages and ages. We used to be able to buy chewing gum, back in my day, love, for about 11p, 12p, no more than 15p for a little packet, and it used to be like those little planks. How much? I think I went into a paper shop, I can't remember where it was a newsagent or something, one of the little convenience stores, and picked up there was no price, picked up a packet of chewing gum, something like 95p.
Yeah.
I was like, crikey, I thought I only picked up one. I thought... I picked up 5 by mistake. No, it's just for the one. Anyway, the point I'm making is, this is with you forever. It's not a litre of petrol. which is X amount of miles. Stunning. And this has been, and this is what I love about amber. What you're seeing inside is what were little air bubbles. They give it a little treatment, which they've been doing to amber for over 1,000 years now, called quench crackling. So this is not how the amber actually sort of is recovered, actually. It'll have little bubbles inside it. And what they'll do, and I forget which way round, is it hot then cold or cold then hot? They basically...
Hot then cold, I think.
Yes, it must be. Hot to expand the air bubbles, then
cold...
cold...
almost shocks it, doesn't it?
Yeah, the cold then makes it... There's this very specific sound you would hear when a piece of amber quench crackles. Something like... Don't look at me while I'm doing this. It's kind of like that. I mean, obviously there's quite a few of them, so it's like...
It's like when you put a hot pan straight into the washing up water.
Do you know what it's like? No, do you know what it's like? You know when you put 2 ice cubes in a glass,
yeah,
and then you put the gin on top.
Yeah,
it's like that. That's what they do to amber, and that's what creates these little. It's almost like little golden flecks inside the amber, and that's called quench crackling. And you might have little pieces of matter in there as well. Now you're not going to find a
dinosaur tail.
Yeah, you're not going to find anything complete and Jurassic in there. In fact, often, unfortunately, in this unscrupulous world that we live in these days, if you're ever offered amber very, very affordably, and it's quite a sizable piece, and it's got like a full-looking insect in it. What they've actually done is taken, may well be genuine amber, may well not, maybe resin,
isn't it?
Which they take a very, very hot wire, like a cheese wire, like a cheese counter, very hot wire, make it into 2 pieces, sink the insect in, and they can seal it back without you even knowing. They can, and honestly, it drives me crazy.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Because there are people that think that they've got these ancient insects, and
looking from that light, you just see that true amber colour, don't you?
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Lightweight.
Stunning. Stunning. That's lovely. And that's the lowest ever price tag for that as well. Congratulations. Well done, you. Phil, can we do the Tiger's Eye leaves? Do you know I want some of these at the moment? I love them. I love them. I've got a little collection. I've got a garden room, which is like a kind of sort of, I don't know, what do you call it? A bit like an extension, a bit like a conservatory, but it's timber. We call it a garden room because it's next to the garden. Do you know what I mean? It sounds better, doesn't it? And I've got a little collection of cactus and succulent, just around. No Venus flytraps. No, the Venus is no more. I'm afraid, Phil. Very sad.
Did you actually have a?
I did have a Venus, yeah, very proudly.
What did you call it? Did you call it Audrey?
No, I didn't give it a name, but I was very, very proud of it. But sadly, it is no more. In fact, the only evidence that I ever did have one, Joe Barclay Logie has framed at home, in a pride of place at home, maybe. Or maybe she just said that to be kind. Anyway. Look at this. Look at the chatoyancy. I mean, often when we see Tiger's Eye, we have small rounds, don't we? But these are fantastic. Yeah, no, but it's easy to kill a Venus flytrap. I killed the other ones as well that were carnivorous. You know, the ones that, what they call trumpet ones. Mark would know if he was here. The trumpet ones that catch the flies. They're dead as well, yeah.
I'm going to be honest, it's just like a new language. I'm rubbish.
Well, you're going to have to tune in on Friday, aren't you, for Mark's flower show? Because you've already seen his alliums, haven't you?
I have. You have to point them out again now, because again I wasn't really paying attention.
Fluffy pom-pom things. I was too busy hiding chocolate. Yeah, the big pink pom-pom flowers. I only know that because I've got some in my own garden. Mark saved my wisteria as well, you know.
Wisteria is the one that
it's
goes
with
around
the flowers
tree, down the wall?
No, that's clematis you're thinking of.
No, see, this is...
Wisteria is one where the flowers hang down. They look like bunches of grapes.
Oh, okay.
and Mark saved mine with liquid seaweed. There you go. $5.95 anyway for your tiger's eye. It's like Gardener's World now. This has turned into. Actually, we all love our gardens, don't we? It's not on anymore, Mike, is it? Favourite person from Ground Force? Mike's asking. I don't know. If that was your favourite person from Gardener's World, I think I'd know straight away. But Ground Force, that's quite a while ago, isn't it? That's the Alan Titchmarsh thing, isn't it? Or was?
Yeah,
There's a new version of that now. There's a new version of that now, Mike, on ITV, called Love Your Garden or something, isn't it?
I clearly have no idea. The fact that I've no, you're looking at me like I might have some idea.
Do you know what we're going to have to? You've obviously got far too much for life going on a Friday night. Friday night, 8:30 BBC Two. You may tape it, of course, so you can watch it after the late show on Friday night.
I'm going away.
Whoever that may
I'm
be.
going away on Friday.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm going away for the week with my children and my family.
Oh, nice.
Just going to the cottage.
Are you?
Nice.
Very nice. $5.95, well done. Oh, nice. Where's that?
Dolverton in Exmoor.
Oh. Is that where the Exmoor ponies are and everything?
Yeah, we go up on the moors and we've seen them.
Do
They're
you?
wild down there. Yeah, it's lovely.
Oh, have a lovely time, won't you? We have got, yes, that's very, very true. If you got the lovely purple light earlier, in fact, can I put these on your overhead, Laura,
Fine.
and then Mike can get a view from them from above? Because this is a massive, huge selection. And do you know the first thing I looked at when I looked at the details on this one is the fact that they are completely and utterly untreated lapis lazuli. There you go.
Sorry, I have to. That's my favourite to go to. It's double pendant.
Yes, yes, of course. Yes, and you did that in Lockets,
Yes.
didn't you, earlier? Or in a pendant earlier, didn't you? The hidden one.
So it was a locket.
Oh, yeah, it was a locket, yeah, wasn't it? You got me at it now, Mike, in your confusion.
So you can see, you can have them in either direction. They're lovely, aren't they? And again, Tree of Life against that one.
And they are untreated
Tree
as
of Life
well.
against this one, because this is quite a lot, and it's lovely, and it's quite a large surface area.
I'm just going to pick that up because I realise we're getting a little bit of flare from the studio lights there, but you can see just amazing colour, and you can still see your pyrite showing through them as well.
And look, I've got the purple lights here.
The lovely purple light.
The purple lights,
Could
which
you
is
actually
not their official name, but it's our new name for it.
Lepidolite.
So, purple lights. And the antique bronze wire.
Could you do that, Laura?
Yeah, you could do. Yeah,
How would you affix one to the other? I wouldn't want to glue it because that might be a bit too permanent.
I think what I would probably do is almost a bit like the locket kind of, maybe have this one framed and connected and then have the back stitched. So what you could do is almost, if you say, for example, netted around this one.
Yes.
So netting is the where you do the loops around to secure it.
Yeah.
And then if you set this one, again, you could net this one. What you could do is just take a little bit of the 0.4 wire and almost stitch the frames to the netting here, maybe.
Because actually, let me just pick that up for you from above. And do you think they're a nice combination together? The lapis and
Purplite.
Purplite.
And antique bronze wire. Hang on,
Yes.
just add the...
Yes.
There you go, look.
That's a nice team, actually, isn't it? Isn't it?
Obviously, that was the
17.
kit.
Yes.
And that was...
Well, if you got the kit, you'd have the purplite and the bronze wire together, wouldn't you? 2 for 1. It literally is as well at $14.95, isn't it? Because, I mean, actually, the price of this pack of cabochons shows you just how good that kit is at $14.95 when it's a much, much rarer gemstone. And again, I feel I need to stress, again, that most lapis lazuli, and even some of our lapis lazuli, and there's no problem with this necessarily, but usually... widely, it is dyed to within an inch of its life, a really, really deep blue, and sometimes that dye can leach as well as you're wearing. This is natural, untreated lapis lazuli. Beautiful.
Yeah, there's 12 of them there as well.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Amazing.
Got to put
For
them
me
away.
to do that.
Well, how did they all come out of that pot and they won't go back in? Well, there's a mystery of life, isn't it? Well, you did offer.
Yeah, walk away.
I'll leave you with that then. Sterling silver chain, yes please. This one, I love this.
Like that.
Now, I noticed, that's what it was. I thought there was an extra little detail on the end. There's a little sticker that comes on. It just looked like an attractive little detail, but it wasn't. This is gorgeous.
I love that.
Now I have got a little bit of a tan at the moment, as you can see, because we've had it nice up in Yorkshire. I've had a lot of garden time recently, and loving it as well. But doesn't silver love a tan? Beautiful.
It loves a non-tan as well.
Well, you won't be able to say that next week, will you?
I know. I
Should be nice down there, shouldn't it?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be lovely.
Yeah.
If we don't get the thunderstorms.
You'll be all right. It's not the moors, is it? Unless you've got a little bit of a storm going on at some stage, is it? You've got to have a bit of a storm when you're up on moors. Or down on the moor, shall I say. Oh, Devon, is that going to be clotted cream land then?
No, we're not quite there. It's kind of, it's weird because you leave Bristol, you go into Devon and you come out of Devon and go back into Devon. It's weird the way it is. But it's about 20 minutes from Tiverton.
So that means you're Somerset?
Yeah.
Devon?
Yeah, so it is actually technically Somerset.
Ah. You still get clotted cream down there though, surely? Or is it Scrumpy land?
Scrumpy. Scrumpy land.
Scrumpy sounds good. Is the sun over the yard arm yet? Yeah, well, it's Scrumpy time is fine now, isn't it? Well, unless you're watching the repeat, in which case it's, what is it, 6:15 in the morning. I'd wait. I'd give it a couple of hours.
you know. Past 11, maybe. 10.
Yeah. Mind you, go to the airport these days,
you
know,
can
for
have
an
a
early
pint
flight.
of beer with your breakfast, can't you? It's
When you're
weird.
in the airport, 4 o'clock in the morning for an early flight, and you're thinking, 1, the bar's open, each to their own, but 2, there's actually people in it. It's -10 outside, but they're in shorts with a pint at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That would normally be us. We would be the ones in there.
Okay. We are now going to take a little bit of an interlude because Laura and I need to do our nails. Now, I had mine done yesterday, actually, but I don't know why.
I get highlighted.
Phil's given us a nail break. These are for sale. Oh, hello. Abrasive nail file. Now, look at that. Yes, I've just had mine done yesterday. See, so
perfect timing, isn't it?
Fine and
you didn't have
yeah.
to tell anyone that, and you could have just pretended that.
That's true. It was
just
these.
Done that.
These are the amazing abrasive nail files. Just 45 pence. But wait, not just one. There's 2. And look, they've got different colours. It's blue on one side and pink on the other, which makes them not unisex, doesn't it? Really?
It does. Yeah.
Well, it does for you. For me, it's another matter.
Nothing
Is there going to be a difference between
wrong with pink?
No, nothing wrong with pink. There's not a difference between the abrasion on either side, is there?
No, double-sided.
I'm stroking a nail file with my finger. I've just realised on telly. Anyway, listen, that's got to be worth 45 pence, isn't it? Add to order. Add to order. That's one of those add to. I don't think I've ever had a 45 pence item here at JM. Don't ever. There you go. And we should play some music at this stage, really, so Laura and I can just sit here and.
Yeah.
Well, anything until Phil's decided we're moving on.
We can stay here all night. It's fine. We're good.
This is the telly equivalent of watching paint dry.
Yeah. But these are good for taking the edges off your wire if you want a use for them.
Oh yes, please. Yes. Yes. What can you do with them? Yeah.
So when you've got sort of like when you cut your wire, if you're making ear wires.
Hang on, Louise is bringing sanity to the evening watching you two file your nails together is the funniest thing I've seen today. How often have
What did you do tonight? Well, we sat and filed our nails on TV.
On telly. We got paid for it as well. It's amazing that, isn't it?
Very good. Were you using the blue or the pink side?
Oh, actually, well, I'm looking at the blue side, but I was using the pink side. What about you? Gosh, this is an exciting conversation, isn't it?
I think I'm doing the same. I'm using the pink side.
Wow, fabulous. We should have more of these shows, shouldn't we? I'm gonna get.
You didn't need to have a manicure done, did you?
No, not at all.
If you'd known this was going to happen.
Little I would have known. I'm going to ask the kit team to put you together a kit. of different sized
And
files.
make sure you're the presenter there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Right, now back to Jewellery Maker after that brief interlude. And we've got a seed bead bundle. Wow, that was a loud car, wasn't it? Okay, I've got a seed bead bundle now for you. Meant to be £17.80. Let me show you what we've got here. Super seed beads. They're all Mayukis. We've got olive gold 15Os. We've got £9.95 for these. So you've got opaque red AB 10Os, Mayuki metallic olive 15Os, and your semi-matte silver lined light green 15Os as well. So you've got three tubes of 15s and a tube of olive Delica 10Os. That's good, isn't it? 10Os.
No, it says 11.
Does it say 11? Do you know, I'm reading the details from a screen.
It does say 10 on the screen there, that's why I was checking.
Yeah, it does say 10 on the screen. It also says metallic rather than metallic.
So yeah, maybe that's
11
wrong.
I do think 10-0. Is that
different.
I know there
You
is
said
a,
it with
there is a,
conviction,
but
though,
there is
yeah.
a 10-0, isn't it? You can get a 10-0 size
Yeah,
CB.
you can get many different sizes.
I saw them when I was in Prague that you can get 10-0, which is why I hadn't questioned myself. But yes, you're right. So they're the delicate 11Os, which are the opaque red. So they're the 11s, and the rest are all 15s. Oh, there they are. That's nice.
They're a nice
They do that.
combination, aren't they?
They're coming out at £2.50 a tube. So if you do like your sea beads, and I love those delicas.
And if you did get those little £1 gold
Yeah, the
beads
brass.
earlier on, the brass
Yeah,
ones,
yeah.
they would be brilliant because they would really complement that colourway.
Yeah, they would. That's brilliant. How many sets, Mike, do we have? Mike? Phil. 21. I told you I was rubbish with names, even a year later. But there are 2 Mikes in the gathering at the moment, that's why. Oh, we didn't say hello to Michael earlier, did we? Michael's our floor manager, so there he is. There's Mike number 2. I nearly wore shorts today, but I thought, you know, there's only so much excitement you can stand in 1 week. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd spare you.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
Spare you the knobbly knees contest. the bees. Bees.
Bees.
Oh, bees. Oh, now this is lovely. A lot of people are buying these right now for obvious reasons, but they are lovely. Oh, gorgeous! You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're incredible. They are incredible. They are a real solidarity sign in the UK now as well. So even if you make them like your maker's mark, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The little thing that you do on your jewellery collection. Beautiful, because these are two-tone, because they are obviously painted in yellow gold as well.
Lovely for earrings.
Yeah, stunning. I think I'd use them for extenders as well.
Yeah, definitely. I like the thought of just linking them together and actually having them again as part of a necklace, maybe putting a gemstone in the centre of them.
Perfect for summertime designs as well. They are beautiful. And again, if you are making larger florals, even if you're making large seed bead florals, it's really nice actually. I think maybe I'm imagining this, but I've seen a big seed beaded piece with metallic elements, you know, like little insects, you know, sort of superimposed on.
You can stitch them into a capuchon design as well, so can I borrow one?
Yes, of course you can.
Do
you want?
I'll grab him, because
Yeah.
you've got him. So if you kind of...
Well, I shouldn't say buzz in this studio,
No,
because
don't.
we have had a little...
So you could almost attach it into the part of the design. Can you see that?
That's so beautiful.
So it would... I'll
Actually,
hold it
do you want me to hold it up and then just hold it with the tweezers?
Yeah.
So you could...
You could almost stitch in, so when you're doing your work, you could kind of catch it into the design then.
Yeah.
And actually, you could do a little wire flower into that, and then have the
Yes, you could do
bead
it
stitched in.
kind of like a rectangle. I should just say at this point. Phil is
literally making me.
Phil went to the internet and got the noise of a buzzing bee
that's
and just played it down our ears. Which is really not the thing to do in this studio, because we have been, again, we've had some visitors recently, haven't we? The
For
hornets.
you, that was funny. That was not for us.
The hornets are back.
Oh, that's made me go. Ugh.
It was proper close, wasn't it? Oh, sold out and gone. Sold out and gone. Well done, everyone. Congratulations.
I thought it was another car going down the road, first of all, but yeah.
Next, Phil, what should we do next? And I know it's a long shot and it's a long way off, but I do quite like them. They're magnesite squares. Yeah?
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah? Do you know, Phil, do you remember one of the first shows we did? No, here, at Jewellery Maker. We had like a whole half an hour. This is when they thought, well, he's new. He's new. We'll just give him things that are dead easy. And they were all like under a £5 or something, weren't they? We'll break him in gently. And there were different kinds of cubes. Some were corner drilled and whatever. I remember it was like all the most, garish day glow like kind of colours coming through, reds and neon yellows and whatever, which were very, very nice. But one after the other was a little bit just like an 80s party. These are fantastic. This is a lovely gemstone, actually. This is magnesite. And I love its tone of colour. It's really earthy, it's really authentic. It's really quite arty as well, actually. I was recently, only probably a month, 6 weeks ago, I went to the Saatchi Gallery in London, and near there's a Conran store. Other stores are available, but the Conran stores are full of, when a designer makes a very, very limited range of, just innovative candlestick holders or ceramics or whatever, and they just do very limited ranges that, are quite costly. This feels like the kind of thing that, the kind of look. Yeah. You know where this is going. You know what you can do with it. You know what you can do with it. And it's got a really, really nice sort of bold colour to it, hasn't it?
I like the thought of it, again, with the gold beads, spacer beads that we've had. Again, with the micro-faceted coated spinel that we had. Any of those, just small detail beads to maybe kind of break it up and then just keeping it like it is, because I think it looks so cool. And the way that it's been cut, obviously, in that angle, the light is just bouncing off of it. So I would be tempted just to restrand it like that and maybe pop some little really tiny beads in between it.
It's a really trendy colour as well, isn't it, now, this?
It's a good shade of
kind
red.
I don't quite know how to describe the red, because it's not quite terracotta.
It's like a kind of brick.
It's not coral. Yes,
like
it is almost like, brick red, yeah. But of course you've got the shine to it as well, which just lifts the colour a little bit more, doesn't it? It's really nice with opposing colours, actually. I do quite like it against. I mean, I realise this is quite a loud shirt, but, or happy, I like to call it. But I just needed something new. But actually something like this, a colour like this, is really going to stand out against an opposing colour like yellow, isn't it?
Well, I was thinking of the lapis.
Around
Capuchons.
it?
Well, just with it. I don't know how, but I like the blue colour, the blue tone of it. The blue and the red, I think, would work. Because it's that right shade of red. It's not a really bright red, is it? It's quite...
No. It's almost...
It's like a really dark
It's
coral
halfway
kind
to
of red.
postbox red.
Yeah.
But without the brilliance of the red.
So I think that it works with that colourway. For me, I think it does anyway.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's nice. Very sophisticated. I kind of want to create a little mosaic with that as well. Do you know what I mean?
That kind of effect, doesn't it?
It's for the making, for a mosaic of some sort. I like that. Oh, Mandy's got a good point. Will there be a demo of nail filing at the summer party? Summer party? Summer party?
I think it's definitely something we should ask for,
Summer
Amanda.
party.
I definitely think, and I think that you need to come and...
Summer party? When? When summer party?
I know roughly when, but I don't know
Oh,
when.
we're not allowed to say?
No, it's not been set in date yet.
Oh,
but it
summer
is going to
party.
happen.
Well, my diary is filling up this summer, so the invite better come soon. They won't let me out not in front of the
Oh,
punters,
but you need
will
to
they?
come
No.
and show how to file your nails.
I know, yeah. Could do my nail file demonstration. Laura and I will be in the nail file corner.
Giving free demonstrations, of course.
We're not doing toenails, Phil.
No, that's just disgusting.
No. There are limits. Summer party, hey? There better be an invite coming my way for that. I'll be most disappointed. I'll be most disappointed. To meet our friends, there we can sit up in the garden and have a.
Yeah, it was
What
nice.
happens? What happens, Laura, at summer
They have
party?
like a big marquee,
Yeah.
and there's nibbles and there's drinks. There's, I think there's some pims.
Drinks?
Yeah, and there's soft drinks as well.
No, drinks is fine.
Drinks, that's to clarify.
That's fine.
And then a couple of guest designers will come and maybe do some little mini demonstrations.
Are we allowed to drink? I don't know if they've seen us with a drink. Mind you, they've seen us without a drink, and that's bad enough, isn't it?
Enough, yeah. There's no rules to say that we shouldn't. But don't say it because they might make the rule.
Yeah, that's
So-
true, yeah. Right.
But yeah, it's a good day.
Soft
so
drinks all round. Nice strawberry something or other. Right, anyway, citrine. Well, my head's in summer party now you've mentioned it. So there are demonstrations there?
Yeah, there's a couple of guest designers will come, sort of do some little demonstrations. I think I set a cabochon last year. Fleur did a bit of pearl knotting. I think Claire did a little bit of wire writing.
Is there cake?
Yes, there was cake.
Cake and drink?
And sort of like a little mini buffet, yeah. And then if it's a
Ooh.
lovely day, you can sort of mill about and presenters come in and say hi.
Well, do like a brown buffet. Sausage rolls, quiche, crispy things. When is it, Phil? Get me a ticket, Phil, will you? Is it? It's the Glastonbury of Warwickshire, is
It's
it?
the place to Warwickshire.
Sounds great.
The place to be.
I'll bring my wellies. Oh yeah, we don't have mud here. No, we're far too posh for mud here, aren't we? This is Ivy House, don't you know? We don't have
a barn
mud.
owl. Is it a barn owl we have? We have an owl, don't
We have deer, don't we? We have deer.
We have an owl. We have an owl.
Is there an owl?
Yeah, out in the
Oh, is there?
fieldy bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have hornets in here
Yeah,
as
we
well.
have
You can come and
hornets.
visit the hornets as well in here. Scary, scary things. Ooh. Oh, you want to see Gem Hawks do the 13-second mile? Bless her. What? No, there wasn't a snake here.
There was not.
No, there wasn't a snake. There wasn't a snake here, surely, was there?
What, in the house?
No, not in the house, on the drawing.
Sorry, we'll
In
be
the
back with you in a
grounds?
minute. We're just having a bit of a...
What kind of snake?
It's all this garden party talk, you see.
Oh, okay with grass snakes.
What?
Like, it's a grass snake. You made that very dramatic. I was
It's a
thinking
snake's
some
a
kind...
snake, isn't it?
What else?
Have you not seen snakes on a plane? Ooh, now that is...
No. That's...
Ooh, summer garden party. I'm liking the idea of that.
I'll let you know when the date's confirmed.
Yes, please do. Can I be your plus one? Just in case they don't invite me.
As long as you bring nail files.
Yeah,
You'll
naturally.
be fine. You'll have a natural entrance. You'll be
Yeah.
fine. I'll let you in for that.
That's true, yeah, for the nail file demonstration. Maybe we'll do a discount on them on that day. 43 pence for two. Not really, Phil, but yeah. Oh, gosh.
Wow. That's
This
definitely summer
is-
party. Definitely.
This is summer tiara, isn't it? This is so, I nearly repeated that, Phil. This is I don't know what this is. This is pink colour coated pyrite, faceted rondelles. Oh dear, we've lost it, haven't we?
That's just...
Lost the plot. This is very bright, isn't it? This is very bright. There's something I would say. This is either to embellish a costume of some sort, or it's something for a youngster, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah, but you say that. I think if you sort of maybe added that with some silver wire or maybe some copper wire, channel set it, and it's going to change the way it looks completely. Add it with some black gemstones maybe. You know, you'd be surprised if you sort of play around with it.
Or would I? Is it like a lamp? So if I rub it, would a genie appear? What's going to happen, Laura?
Where did that even come from?
So you just play with it. Anything can happen. Well, listen, £4.95 is worth finding out, isn't it? All of that fun for less than a fiver. Thank you very much. Sounds a bargain to me. I'll have two. 55 carats. You might have some ideas. It might be that you want to work with something like those lovely microfaceted coated spinel that we started off with tonight, or the gold beads. And actually, I don't know. I'm seeing like a. You know how you can always see something from a strand? You can see a design. Because I don't know if I can see like a cluster, almost like a cluster kite pendant. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? She doesn't know what I mean. Just got to keep playing with it. That's what you've got to keep doing with it.
You could make a beady bead with it. That would look quite cool.
Yes. So you could, we have a beady bead here.
Yeah. So you could make a beady bead with it. That actually goes really nice with that beady bead.
That's it. We found it. That's it.
That's the one.
That's it. That's it. You'll have to have one of these as well, I'm afraid. If you're having one of these, that's it. £5 worth of value, that is. You've got to do this now, Phil. This is spinel, you know. That's beautiful, isn't it? Now, how is that connected? Are they bonded to a bead in some way? Oh, it's got a drill hole. Hang on. Yes, of course. I remember the first time I saw this, and I was so busy sparkling it, I forgot to look at the hole in the middle. And I'll just put some antique bronze through there so you can see. Imagine it's the worst wire to try and put through anything, isn't it?
Get you some proper wire.
The invisible wire. Thank you. What have you given me? Oh, right. Some bigger invisible wire.
Let's go on me.
That's what you get for having a lapidolite kit, you see. Right. Okay, so this is a 0.8.
We can still see it better.
That's it. You can see this invisible wire. Look at that. There you go. So that's gorgeous, isn't it? So it is a bead, and those faceted, again, they would be microfaceted, wouldn't they? Those little spinel, because they would be the little 2mm beads that have been bonded some way to this bead. It looks like a blackberry, doesn't it now?
It's lovely, and again, in amongst some pearls, that would look lovely.
Yes. Yes, I've got some pearls. Actually, these are the. Hang on, let's see. That won't go through there, will it?
Might.
Let's have a little go. No. Hole's too small. Oh, the wire's too big. Vicky says that you guys have been on the sherry. No, but ever since Laura told me about the Pims at the party,
it's my fault.
We've gone all giggly, haven't we? Mm. We're talking about the summer garden party.
Yeah.
Listen, this first I've heard of it. Do we have it every year? Oh. Oh, well, I missed out last year. What happened there? Well, I'm not going to be missing out this year, especially if there's cake and drink. Very nice. Although I always drink responsibly, I should make that clear.
Yeah.
One at a time. £4.95.
Do you know, I actually quite like it with the anti-bronze wire.
Yeah. No, it is good. See you laughing at it earlier.
I wasn't laughing at
Looks nice. Jenna, hello Jenna. I can't even read to see that screen. Too busy crying. Hi Laura and Derek. It's like a comedy show tonight. You do not need the beads. I can't stop laughing.
Neither can we. That's the problem.
But you do need though. You do need that previous.
See, that looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Look, actually, if I create a little bit of a, you could almost create. Oh, there's a new. That reminds me, there's a new roller coaster open today, isn't there? At.
I love how you link.
Well,
that to
it's
a
because
roller
when I went up and over there, I thought, oh, roller coaster, helter skelter. There's a new roller coaster. I think they're doing the press day for it today. Is it called Icon?
Where?
At the Pleasure Beach in Blackpool.
Oh, is that? I've never been there.
Have you not?
No, never been to Blackpool.
Oh, well, other theme parks are available, but I used to work there years ago. I used to do the radio. I did. It was called Kit Kat Radio, and it was like a glorified Lost and Found. Every time someone lost a kid, I'd do like an announcement.
Yeah. Has anybody lost a little child?
Yeah, exactly. Great, I loved it. They did it in like a little conservatory. I don't know if they still have it there now. I think they've moved it, but yeah, it was great. I was there for a couple of seasons actually. It was great. I was a DJ at the ice rink on a Sunday night. Oh, sorry, not that one. Sorry. We'll do this one instead. Oh, it was great. You've never been to Blackpool at all?
No.
Oh, you've not lived, Laura. Have you been to Blackpool, Leah? Haven't you? Yeah.
It made me feel bad.
It's a completely different place by day and by night. Trying to think which is the best. It is. It's a kind of 50-50 because there's a lot to be said if it's a nice day. If it's a rotten day, then... But at night, it's... Oh, it's great.
I don't know. I'd like to go.
Down the prom with sand blowing everywhere and a pasty in your hand and kiss me quick hat and down the pier and a quick game of, bingo where you slide the plastic things across. That was brilliant. And a day at the pleasure beach. It's got to be done.
I'll put it on my bucket list.
Yeah. Well, it might, if it was the top 40, it might come in quite low.
Don't put it at the top of your list.
You might have some. You might have
put it
some.
as a maybe.
What's on the top of your bucket list in terms of places to go? Always wanted to.
Oh, I want to go to.
If money was no object.
I want to go to America, and I want to go to sort of like Chicago and San Francisco. I want to go to like real sort of, not sort of touristy. I know you know what I mean by that. Like.
Yeah. Have you ever been to America?
I've been to Vegas.
Oh, see, I thought I'd met somebody else in my life then, who hadn't been to America. I've never been to America at all.
I've only been to Las Vegas, and it's kind of.
Yeah, but that's in America.
I know it is. Been to the Grand Canyon.
Have you?
That was.
Did you do helicopter or?
Yeah, and then we had the flight on the way back. We flew down the strip, and me and Tony were in the front. We had Viva Las Vegas playing on the because you have headphones.
Yeah.
And all the lights were lit because it was dark, so it was great. Yeah, it was a very good experience.
How long were you there for?
5 nights.
How long?
5 nights.
5 nights.
And we saw Celine Dion, and we saw Aerosmith and Motley Crue.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. And how many times did you see Elvis?
Because
they
two or 3 times.
Yeah.
I think he tried to sell us a ride in a pink limousine or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, you could hire out cars and stuff when you're there as well.
We all wondered where that was going.
Elvis
tried to.
That's why.
There's a sentence, isn't there?
Salesman Elvis.
Elvis tried to. I'm glad you finished that.
That's why I clarified it. I knew that was going through. Yeah. I've worked with you before, Derek.
Rose gold plated sterling silver crimp tubes. These are sweet. Now, we were talking. What were we talking earlier? That beady bead for a start.
Yeah.
So if you're, in fact, you could take. I wonder. You could take that as a continuation from that spinel bead. In fact, I'm just going to make sure it doesn't drop through. It just sits on, because everyone wants to know. This is on the nation's lips. I know. It's a bit like Operation this now. Yeah, so it won't go in, which is a good thing, isn't it? And you could use it. You know, you were talking about pearls earlier.
Well, you could use a crimp cover as well, and then you would have the sort of beaded effect.
Yes. On.
So if you put down bead and thread, and then put like a couple of the crimps, and then obviously the black spinel bead, and then some more crimps, you could actually crimp them and put crimp covers on it.
Oh yeah.
And then you'd have that kind of effect.
Yes, beaded look. I see. Yes. Of course you could. So we get 20 of these, 2x2mm. So again, this could be a way of. Sorry, Leah, I whipped that out just the wrong time, didn't I? Really. This could be a perimeter of a... See, I'm thinking seed beaded pieces because I'm just a little bit into seed beading at the moment. But you could use these as an outer, as a perimeter. I know that's not what they're for.
You were saying about like the spine of the sort of the locket,
book, yeah.
the book locket. You could use it for that. I mean, yeah, they're crimp beads, and yeah, they are technically they're a finding, they're a function as such.
But they are decorative
but
as
they are
well.
decorative. They're no different. And we sell the little sort of sterling silver tubes. It's no different than just a smaller space of that.
Yeah, yeah. Because some spacer tubes, I look at and I think, you're too long. You've created a little bit too much of a distance between one stone and another. Hi, Laura and Derek. Loving the giggles, but the best was Laura's face when she thought there was a snake in Ivy House.
Wow,
I know,
you
that
did
would have been...
clarify that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? It wasn't in though, was it? Inside.
See that?
Or outside?
Yeah, see,
Oh, that's
that
all
was
right
I just got. There was a snake here.
Not
yeah.
in here.
Yeah, not in here.
Not in here. Yeah, they don't really come inside, do they? $3.95. No more snakes. No more hornets, hopefully, ever.
That's debatable.
Yeah. Yeah, because they do come in.
They like it here.
They
don't
love it inside here,
Ooh.
especially in this room here. Where are we going now? Is it? Oh, it is, yeah, look. Look at that. Is it? Oh, there you go. Nearly got some free rainbow moonstone with it then as well. Look at that.
Wow.
Now, we don't usually do a metre long length of gemstone, do we? Like that. I mean, pearls, yes, but gemstone, not necessarily. This is lovely. A nice gradual step up in rondelles, a whole metre's worth. Got a molting for some reason. I don't know why. The summer coat's coming through. 2x1s up to 5x2s. There's a real... what's the word I want? There's like an effervescence to this, isn't there? It's like a fizz to it. And actually, because of the scale and the size of the gemstones and the shade that we've got here, it's very unlike amethyst, and it's very like the evening gemstone, which name escapes me for a second, kunzite. It's very kunzite. It's very gem quality kunzite looking, rather than being... It is amethyst, let's make no mistake, it is amethyst, but it's effervescence, it's life, if you like, because sometimes amethyst can be terribly... almost like it stood stiff in its best jacket, do you know what I mean? Very formal.
Yeah.
Can sometimes look overly formal.
Yeah.
It's not a relaxed, sort of chilled out, you know, us two filing our nails kind of gemstone, do you know what I mean? Whereas this is real fun, isn't it? It's really relaxed. It's saying, yes, take me to the garden party, I'm dressing up, I'm going out into the sunshine. Yes, it would be lovely with the lovely purplite.
That's a lovely combination, isn't it?
It is gorgeous, actually, yeah. That's given that a whole different character as well, isn't it?
And again, that's something that then you could change it into something, maybe use your sterling silver wire, have it on just an amethyst sort of neck piece. And again, you could make, what, 4 necklaces out of that if you wanted to.
Yeah, easily.
Or bracelet or a whole suite if you wanted to. It's going to be never ending, isn't it?
Well, a metre is 39.5 inches, isn't it, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. So you've got plenty of opportunities. It's, you know, it's a good couple of necklaces.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I'm thinking of, so half of a metre is about normal sort of chain.
Yeah, so it's about 18, 19, isn't it?
Going to the Tree of Life again, though, you could make a lovely little Tree of Life out of those.
Yeah.
Because you always think, Tree of Life, you always think of using chips and nuggets effectively, but they look lovely with the little rondelles.
Yes. Yes, if you're making one of those 3D ones that stands, that would be lovely. Now, those are cute, much like the team tonight, says Liz. Thank you, Liz. That's very kind. I think she means us. So that's quite
we're
nice.
Included in that.
Yeah, that's true. We're not really crew, are we? All the crew are sitting there thinking, those two are the talent. Really? We're trying to direct this and produce this. It's going everywhere. Right, well done. Purple amethyst. or amethyst, as we know it. Da, da, da. Here it is, just dropping everything else inside. Yeah, so this is more the traditional amethyst. This is what I was talking about just a moment ago. This is, I mean, I love the size of this, but amethyst as a gemstone. You know, this is the solid.
Yeah,
I've got my best jacket. This is for something grand, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. That's me. I guess, yeah, the sort of the pink amethyst is something that you could sort of imagine wearing out in the daytime, sort of going out. But if you're going to sort of a nice event or sort of something a bit special, that's where you would wear this sort of more purple tone.
Mix and match, though.
Definitely,
because then you have the best of both worlds.
There's also people's taste as well. Some people like that bold purple colour. Other people, see, for me, that bold purple doesn't really suit me very much. So I tend to go for the softer tones of amethyst. That's just my personal preference. But I know my mum used to love the bold purple colour of amethyst. So everybody has got their own sort of preference.
Well, I think this is. I mean, there is very little amethyst jewellery out on the high street. You and I know that. It's funny, the jewellers, they know that we know diamonds, they know that we know rubies, and they know that we know emeralds, but they just let us have a few other coloured gemstones, and they put it in big letters. This is topaz, and this is amethyst. It's like, yes, we know, thank you. In fact, we know a lot more about coloured gemstones if only you put them in the window, but, you know, more for them. That's why Jewellery Maker is so successful, is because these are the gemstones that, these are the gemstones that the jewellers do not put in their front windows because they think we don't know the gemstones. If only they knew, hey? If only they knew. They never seem to cotton on, do they?
No. But I'm thinking with the second kit, they would look lovely mixed in with the illusion star necklace.
We have got the most incredible pearl kit coming up for you very, very shortly, just after 9 o'clock. This will be for those people, and I'm sure over birthday week there probably were a lot of pearls. In fact, I know I tuned in a few times and there were, you know, quite a lot of pearls. And I know sometimes we go a little pearl blind. I want you to look at this illusion necklace, and you will not be pearl blind. I'm telling you right now, because you've just seen the contents of the kit there, but now look. Now, and that is a very, very simple necklace to make, but it gives you a completely new twist on pearls. And I think sometimes, and listen, I might be wrong, disagree with me at will, I don't mind at all. Say, shush, stupid little man. But I think sometimes we do go a bit pearl blind because we think, okay, there's pearls here and there's pearls there. I'm bamboozled. There are pearls everywhere. What new can I do with them? And that feels so fresh and so new and so easy to do as well. And you could incorporate gemstones like this into it.
I mean, I've done 3 strands on that one, but if I had, because I was using the last of the pearls up, but for me, if I had another strand like that, you could do 4 or 5 strands if you wanted to, and really go sort of over the top if you wanted to, and it won't look too much because of the way it's designed.
And you could have had some bees along the way that we had earlier, couldn't you? And you, One more before we... Yes. Yeah, this is really hefty. For this gemstone, this strand is super, super hefty. There's another one. I'm literally, every time we change strands, I'm molting. Kyanite slices now. Gosh, look at the personality. I wish I had time to take these off the strand and show you the personality of every single one of those pieces of kyanite, because these are awesome. This is a big quantity, actually.
Wow.
Now, there's clearance, and there is clearance, and there is clearance.
See, I think as a stretchy bracelet, that's lovely, and I think it would look lovely for sort of ladies and gents as well, you know, because of the colour and the texture of that gemstone.
Yeah. Absolutely agreed. It's beautiful. Actually, we do little, what are they called? Little keshi pearls that are like round. They look like, you know, Special K when they first brought it out was like little round
bowls.
I
know what you mean, yeah.
They do like those. Other cereals are available. To intersperse something like that with something like this, it's going to give you a big look. Look at that. I mean, again, you just look at the brevity of it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's just once round. And that's really quite bold.
Yeah.
But without being over the top, without being shouty showy,
Yeah.
it's just really, really sophisticated and very easy to make and wear. Pop a pearl into the middle of that if you wanted to, just to interrupt it. Some of the gold beads.
I was thinking, I don't know if you, we haven't had any tonight, but some sort of copper spacer beads would look lovely with that.
Yeah.
But again, the gold would look lovely as well.
Beautiful. We've had so much that will go really, really nicely with this. And let me throw a curveball in. And I know it's a completely different gemstone, but I just think just to mix up the shapes.
But that's why I said about the blue with the lapis and the and the
Yeah.
what's it called? That one. Begins with M.
Magnesite.
The magnesite. My brain was like.
Well, it's like a quiz now. Should be on the spot there. Right, we need to lie down for 3 minutes now. When we come back, one of the most incredible pearl kits and lots more from Laura. Stay right where you are. We're back in 3.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Ooh, got the chocolate that time. Ooh, got the chocolate that time. Wasn't going to miss out that time. Very, very good. Welcome back. Sorry. We should talk about the important things, which is what we're here to do, which is enjoy the work of this fabulous, talented designer next to us. Lovely to have your company, by the way. it's either 9 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday, or it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Am I right? Yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning. So morning, Laura.
Oh, morning.
And evening, Laura, all at the same time. Amazing, isn't it? Can I grab the kit, darling?
Mind messy, isn't it, when you say that?
Yeah, I know, but I kind of need to remind everyone.
Good morning.
So it's either the end of Keepsake Day or the beginning of Under £20 Day on Thursday, which is pretty good. So we're all looking forward to that one way or the other, whether it's in an hour's time or however many it is, if it isn't. We don't need that as a challenge, do we? This necklace, I have to say, is beautiful because of its simplicity. I think that's the real key. Although, in saying that, I have a feeling that it's not going to be quite as simple as I think it is.
It is.
Okay, well, I'll wait and find out. I'll wait and see.
I've done it, so if it's anything to do with beading or anything like that, it's simple. Trust me.
But I've seen that design before, but I've never seen it being made. So I'm quite interested, actually. We have got. You'll be pleased to know.
You can make along with me.
Yeah, can I?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Good. So in this kit, we have got a whole metre of freshwater culture pearl nuggets, which is brilliant. When we show you the price tag for the entire kit, just bear in mind that in terms of your peacock pearls, and your peacock pearls are an amazing tone of colour as well. Some peacock pearls are very bright, and again, you know, as Laura said before, when we were talking about amethyst, horses for courses, some like one, some like another. For me, a true peacock pearl has got to be, the rules for me, if you want to impose rules, is that the base colour needs to be the skin of an aubergine. Do you know what I mean? That lovely black with the purple, that needs to be your starting point, really, for me. Anything darker than that, for me, that's a black pearl. And anything lighter than that, it's a lavender pearl or a peacock or a purple pearl. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't class it myself as peacock. Because you only have to look at the what it's named after. I mean, the clue's in the name, really, isn't it? So when you see it, it's the male peacock, isn't it? So it is the
male
cock.
peacock is the most colourful.
Yeah. So the hen is quite plain, and the cock is this beautiful, bright, amazing. You know, it's these colours, isn't it? It's the greens, it's the blues, it's the gold, it's everything, isn't it? It's stunning, isn't it? And that's why, you know, that's why for me, if it hasn't got that variance of colour in it, for me it's not a peacock pearl. It's as simple as that. So a whole metre to play with. So you're going to make many of those illusion necklaces once you've seen it being made, and you think, gosh, well, okay, so that only takes a few pearls at a time. That means I can make a lot of these.
Yeah.
So that means if you are making to sell, some are, some aren't, then actually that 1 metre is going to go a lot further. In terms of findings here, these are all sterling silver, Phil, aren't they? All sterling silver findings. You get a pair of shepherd hooks. You've got crystal. You've got stardust beads. Thank you, Pill. 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 Who's Pill? You were lucky I didn't call you Pearl, though, Phil.
I kind of wish you had.
Every time I'm on with Fleur, I call her Pearl. Oh. Right. Because I was looking at, Phil spoke to me at the same time, I was looking at the pearl head pin. That's these ones here. Oh dear. I've never seen these before either. They almost look like dressmaker's pins, don't they, from the top? But of course, they are a silver head pin. Are they brand new, Phil? You get what, 20? No, 4. You get 4.
Oh,
yeah, sorry, not 20.
Panic attack.
You get 4. Ignore Phil. Even though you couldn't hear him, just ignore him. You get 4 of the pearl head pins. You get 20 of the stardust beads. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 of the crimp tubes and 4 of the crimp bead covers. You get 2 of the little bolt ring clasps. You get 2 meters of the silk thread. the bead cord, which comes with a needle on it as part of it, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. There you go. It's there. It's not a needle technically, is it? But it is and it isn't.
Front,
it's like a piece of. There it is. It's there, isn't it? I was just looking for it somewhere. It's like invisible, isn't it? It's there. And you've also got 1, 2, 3, 4 jump rings as well. Fabulous. So we should be there. It's all clear as mud tonight, isn't it? It's great. I love it. So an apology price tag after Phil's little hiatus there with the pearl headpins. He'd never seen them before. Exactly. He got the number of headpins wrong. I got his name wrong. It's 1-1 now. So, Pill, what are we doing? Oh, sorry, Leah. I was just moving that at just the wrong second, wasn't I? I'll move it back again. £17.95.
Wow.
How many of these kits do we have, Phil? Right, there are 103. Can we walk them all out of the door right now so we can dedicate some more time to... I was going to say Pearl's demonstration, and that was because normally I get Fleur's name wrong and call her Pearl, and I don't know why.
It's not even close.
I don't know, but we have pearl headpins in this kit as well, in sterling silver. Right, now out of my 103 kits, Anna Maria's got 1, Sue's got 1, Jan's got 2, June's got 1, Rosemary's got 1, Gertrude's got 1, Hilda's got 1, Tracy's got 1, Pauline's got 1, Tanya's got 1, Christina's nearly got 1, Eileen's got 1 in her basket, Catherine,
Oh, dear.
Catherine in Cheshire, I don't know why I called you Catherine. You've got 1 as well, well done. Shelley's got 1, Janet and John have got 1. Collector in the Outer Hebrides has got 1. Congratulations. Carol in East Sussex has nearly got 1. She's got it in her basket at the moment. Oh. Mary and Jerry have got 1. Jan in Shropshire's got 3. Catherine in Cheshire's now got 2. Well done, congratulations. Rosemary's got 1. Who else has got 1? Natalie in the East Riding. It's funny, isn't it? Why do they call him Ridings of Yorkshire?
I don't know.
Is it something to do with horses, do you think? Who knows? Maybe you know. Why is it the East Riding of Yorkshire, the West Riding of Yorkshire? Is that about, what is that about? Is it about riding? Answers to the normal... Marla's got 1, well done. It's Maria, sorry, in Surrey.
Oh,
sorry, I have a neighbour called Marla. I need to
saying
do you know,
names.
I have got the letter came through from the optician the other day to say, right, it's time to come in. And we're not sending you any more lenses until you do. So I think I probably should. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Hello, lovely Anne in John O'Groats. Lots of love to you. I hope it's sunny where you are. I always think of John O'Groats being wet and windy.
Maybe it might be sunny.
I hope it's
got
sunny
a bit
for
cold
you, Anne.
outside now, though, as well, hasn't it? Here.
I hope it's sunny for you, Anne, but not too long that it keeps you away from us for long, because we love you. Thank you, Anne. And here's another message from Mandy. I'll have to look at the one on the screen here.
Okay,
it's the only one I can see. It's like this now, isn't it? This is my eyesight these days.
Borrow my glasses.
I have a friend who, when she's texting, I haven't got my phone here. This is just a figment of her imagination. When she's texting, she closes one eye and she's like this, trying to text. It's hilarious. Mandy says, hello, you wonderful lot. Loving the Giggle Fest. Can't wait for the summer party. I will be bringing a famous person this year.
You can't say that. You need to tell us.
Is it Sonia? You and Sonia do a duet. Never stop me from loving you.
But did you see Sing Better Devil You Know?
Yeah, for Eurovision.
For Eurovision.
You said you don't watch Eurovision.
How long ago was
1993.
That?
No, 2003.
No,
I
it
can't
wasn't
remember.
2003. I was still at school. I remember Gina G. That was awful.
She nearly won by 1 point. Hang on.
You're about Sonia. I remember that one.
2000.
It wasn't, because I was still at school.
I'm going to have a look.
I'm telling you now it wasn't.
Sonia. Eurovision. Phil, could you stop interrupting? We're having a little chat here about Eurovision.
It was in the
He's
in
telling
the
me how many
90s,
kits have sold.
because I was still in school.
1993.
Yeah, you said 2003.
Okay, well, there you go. Something in 3.
Oh, my
As
goodness.
I said.
Wow.
1993, and she lost by 1 point,
Yeah,
didn't she?
I remembered watching that one.
Well, she was
that
bitter.
was when it was good.
So, Mandy, Are you bringing Sonia with us?
Can you text in and then tell Phil, and then Phil can tell us if you can't say the name?
You're not bringing Ringo with you, are you?
Oh. No.
Is Ringo still alive,
I don't know.
I don't know, actually. I hope he's still alive. Well, she can't bring him if he's not, can she?
I'd like to obviously point out that...
Don't bring Paul, though. You know what I mean? That's my own personal opinion, not that of Immediate Media TV Limited.
Oh, no, who was it?
Can't sing, can I? What? Hey, Mandy says, no, it's not Sonia, it's my other half. He's in a famous comedy folk band.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
I'm hoping to be there
Is it the Lancashire Hot Pot? No, it won't be the Lancashire Hot Pots if you're in Liverpool. Claire McDonald. Hello, Mummy. She says, hi, it's Claire, I'm watching it. Oh, what? I'm watching in Spain. Please can Daddy Derek say happy birthday to my mummy, lovely hair Laura. Oh,
thanks, Claire.
Happy birthday, Mummy's mummy.
Claire's.
There you go. It's Claire's
mummy. You just said Mummy's mummy.
No, because she calls me Daddy, so I call her Mummy.
Oh, okay.
So her mummy is Mummy's mummy.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday,
Have
anyway.
a great holiday. I'm jealous.
Spain. Stop watching us. Go and enjoy. Mind you, it's 10:10 in Spain. It's dark, isn't it? We're demoing now.
We might just try
Pearl,
and shortcut something then. BTW.
Did we?
But you said it and then shortened it. That's kind of like twice the work.
We've done the kit, haven't we? You've got the price of the kit, haven't you? They're buying the kit. Claire's watching with her mum in Spain.
Illusion style necklace, and I'm obviously going to point out that I haven't used the silk thread because I'm not very good at pearl knotting, and I hold my hands up. However, you know, if you do pearl knotting, then that's going to be ideal for that. And I'm pretty sure Fleur did a demonstration in the last week. I think it may have been Wednesday or Thursday, but she demoed how to actually use this.
And if you got the birthday 8 DVD set,
it's on there, is it?
I think there's there's a Fleur DVD, isn't there? Which pearl knotting is one of them.
And she's done a pearl knotting DVD. So obviously, I haven't used it just because I know I wouldn't do it justice, but it's definitely a great addition.
I'll give it to Fleur.
But there's demos of it, so snatch that away. Right. So what I'm going to do.
Oh well, I need that though to make a long.
No, because I...
Oh, no, because I can't either.
There's no pearl knotting involved.
Oh, OK, right. That'd be another reason not to do it then. I wish you'd pay attention, honestly.
2003, 1993,
exactly.
You know, all the same thing.
Sonia?
Right, I'm only going to cut short lengths just to show you how the technique itself is done. So I'm going to do the same for you. So I'm actually using, so I've used monofilament for this particular design.
No one can say it.
No one can say it. I'm going to use, so that you can see exactly what I'm doing,
yes,
the gold coloured beading thread.
She can't say the name of it, that's what it is.
I'm hoping it will go through the pearls, and it should do. Okay, so...
If it doesn't, we're stuck. Did you look? Did you try it?
Right, will you stop? There. Right.
I'll test for you with my great eyesight.
Yeah, you don't. Might need my glasses.
If not, we're all going back to the monofilament.
Monofilament.
Oh, it goes through. Don't panic, anyone.
It has to go through twice.
Oh, hang on. I'll see if I can go back again.
Wow. I knew it would go through once, but...
Hit me with that now, why don't you?
But they did go on the head pins very easily. So the earrings were made, and also they went...
Right, now, I just like to say, it goes back in. I'm not quite so sure we're going to see it come through the back,
well, we'll
the other end.
We'll see.
Okay.
So, so yeah, I just wanted to show you where I use the other head pins, which are just in this necklace here. Just show you the angle side of it as well. So you can see that little drop there, that's the actual head pin that's actually connecting it onto there. So I just wanted to show you how I'd use the other set of the head pins as well. So with this, you get the crimps, you get the cover and everything else. So I'm going to take this one off and show you exactly what I have done. So I've actually used 3 pieces of monofilament, and I've got them all through the crimp bead, crimped it, popped a jump ring on and the findings, and put the crimp bead cover on, okay? So I'm going to pop this one back for you. And what I've actually done is you know, using a macrame board would be quite good for this once you've got all 3 of them attached, so that, because basically you're going to do the same thing on each one. If I budge it over, you can
Oh, I can do a bit.
You can do it. So you've put your connectors on here, it's all connected, and then you're going to separate out your 3 strands. So you're going to work, I just worked on one at a time, okay?
Got my pearl stuck. She's just letting me have a little bit, Mike, that's what she was doing.
I was trying to share the
She's sharing
macrame
the
mat.
sharing the love.
Okay, so...
We just have one?
Well, no, you would have 3, but
Oh, right,
we're just
yeah.
going to show the technique.
Okay, yeah.
So, obviously you'd have 3, you take each one individually, do the first one, and then do the second one, then do the third one.
Right.
Okay? So, you're going to pop on your pearl. It's going to be riveting watching us try to do this.
Yeah. This will be
Place
more riveting than watching us file our nails.
Sorry, side note, I actually put one of the pearls on all 3 of the monofilaments, but obviously all 3 of them go through quite nicely because it's a lot finer, okay? So I put one to keep it all together, and then you pop your first one on, and then what you're going to do is take the monofilament or the beading wire, and hopefully it'll go through, and it probably won't because the bead's too small. Oh, I'll tell you what, is there any chance I can take a larger strand and cut it or not? Different gemstone. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a big pearl strand there.
Actually, the loose pearls.
Oh,
They'll
I
work.
think they might have the same size hole
No,
though.
I don't think they will.
Okay. All change, please, all change.
Okay, these
Okay.
will work definitely. Obviously monofilament, it's absolutely fine. That's why I chose monofilament. 1, it gives the illusion star. 2, you'll get the get it through the whole twice.
Just make it clear for this demonstration, we're not using the silk that comes with it, monofilament, and we're not using the pearls that are in the kit either.
Derek, you're not helping me here.
But you will know how to do it. Right, back through the hole then.
Oh, it's not going to work, is it?
Well, mine is, yeah.
Oh, mine does.
Do you want mine?
No, it's good. I'm just going to place that through. And all you're going to do is feed that through. Is yours working?
Yeah.
I know, mine's worked. So.
Do you have to keep it high or?
No. So you just want to place it. So I just do that to keep it. You'll be able to move it to make sure it stays in the placement. And if it moves, it's fine. You can just pop it back to where you want it to go. Hold the actual pearl and pull the monofilament, and that will lock. And that is all you do.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's literally it. I know I've made this look massively more complicated than it actually is.
With my help.
I think we established that about 2 hours ago that it was going to be one of those kind of shows. So then you take your second one, and again feed that back on.
So you can use the pearl, you can use anything then along the way, can't you?
Yeah.
Because that's as simple as it is.
Because that's as simple as it is. And you'll be able to move them.
And the reason you use monofilament as opposed to what
Because
we're
you
doing
won't
here is
see it.
beading wire is because it's invisible.
Yeah, so if I show you there, you'll see that that's actually going to be, you can see where it is there.
Yeah.
And you just complete that. Oops, good, it's hiding. And you'll be able to move it as well. So if it's moved out of place, what you can do is just gently sort of open it back out, and then you can move that pearl if it's not quite in the right placement. Okay, and you just you do that same process every time. So you're just going to take that beading thread or monofilament or whatever you're using, pop it back through. Obviously, we're not.
String rope.
Yeah, so you've got a better example there.
I've got 2.
He's doing a better job than I am.
I've got 2 plus
I think
the.
he's
plus
just really
the,
lucky with your choice of beads.
The actual peacock, my peacock pearl is still stuck to the end where I've made my own little loop, wrap loop, and well, just out of the beading thread. And there are the 2 pearls. Amazing.
I just happen to choose a couple of these. Are like the sort of I'm assuming these are like the Swarovski pearls.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then you can feed that back on.
Are we doing these, Phil, later? These pearls? It's
So
just
wherever you.
It's just that
So wherever
we've
you want it
stolen
to
lots
be,
of them.
we've kind of used them.
Yeah.
So you can move it along to wherever you want it to be. When you're happy with where it is, you can just pull that wire nice and tight, hold that pearl, and it will stay, and that's your place in there. If I show you the actual necklace again, you'll be able to see, if I show you it individually, each strand, you'll see it there.
They're only a star by, nothing to worry about.
So you can see how if you look closely, you'll be able to see it, but you have to really kind of look to see it. So it's sort of there. So it's really discreet. It's really sort of, and that's the beauty of it. That's why it is the illusion. So there's 2 reasons. 1, the fact that you can't actually see the material, but 2, because it is so fine, you won't have any of the issues that I'm having. You can see I didn't have any issues with any of these pearls. They went on absolutely fine. And I got...
And sorry to interrupt, but the reason you didn't use filament is one, because we both have trouble saying it, and two, because you wouldn't see it.
You wouldn't have seen what I was doing, so I
it would just be like doing a mime.
Yeah. An illusion. So basically, yeah, you just keep doing that. And again, if you've got, you know, any kind of gemstone, you can do this technique without. See, now I'm picking up the ones that are going through fine. And you just continue like that. And then basically, you finish it in the exact same way, as you started it. So you complete that pattern. So you do each 3. And even the final one that you do is fine, because you can pick this up and move it. They're locked into place.
Yeah, yeah.
So you haven't got to worry about, you know, oh, if I pick that strand up, is it all going to go everywhere? So you do 1, 2, 3, and you bring them all back together, pop another pearl back onto all 3 monofilaments. So like that. Ooh, and then that's just finished. You can see there's movement there as well, and that's with 3 strands going through. And then crimp bead, bring it round, finish it off in the exact same way, and then cut it and put a tiny dab of glue if you feel you need to. But the crimp bead's been crimped enough. You obviously use my crimping pliers to crimp it, to round the actual crimp bead itself. Pop the cover on, and that's your completed piece. And like I said, you can put as many strands as you want. You could do 5. You could make a real statement piece. Just if you're going to do something like that, make them all a little bit longer. So obviously, it's sort of will look sort of
right
stagger.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I forgot what I was going to say then. No, I know what it was. Don't use beading thread for it. We've just done it for the demo because it won't sit.
Yeah.
It'll sit kinky.
You can see
not
where
kinky, but you know, it'll bend in places you don't want it to.
Because it is a form of wire. In effect, it's lots of fine wires sort of twisted.
Yeah.
It's going to, even just doing this, I'm bending it and it's holding those sort of shapes. So obviously, as you're feeding it through, it's going to take those shapes on.
Yeah.
Monofilament. This has been put into a bag, sort of journeyed up from Bristol to here, taken out, and it's laying absolutely fine. So yeah, you won't get those issues with monofilament either. And if you do, a little tip is to just sort of hang it, put it on a door handle or something like that, so that it can just hang, and sort of the weight of the beads will naturally bring it back to its natural shape.
Should we do those? Made sense. Should we do? It does, no, completely. And look, well, if I managed to do it,
see, it was simple, wasn't it? It was simple.
That's another make-along success with me. Well done. That's why they keep giving you me, because you're the only one that can teach me anything. I think that's what it is. Can I just grab that mat back again for you, because you know the Swarovski pearls that we've just been pilfering left, right, and centre there. We're going to do them as the lowest ever price. Star by. Right, now these are beautiful. I remember when we first launched Swarovski Pearls, it was a Saturday. And I was on the Friday night late, and we were doing it on the Saturday on the Swarovski day.
Wasn't it? Was it with Linda who launched Pearls?
Yes, I think it was. I can't remember, actually. But I do remember when they were coming. And
I heard the previous price.
$16.95.
That was the price.
This is, remember, it's a pack of 48 of these Swarovski cream pearls. These are 8mm round. You're getting 48. Obviously, Laura and I have been demoing with some of them, so that is kind of all of them, but ignore the beading wire. But you're going to get a quantity of 48 of these in your pack for £6.95. Which,
that shows it's got a sizable drill hole, though, to be fair.
Yes, because if you can get a beading wire
twice
up and back again, that's amazing. And of course, being made pearls, they are perfectly round, which is amazing. And
also, they're going to be good, sort of like when you're sort of everyday wear, you know, sort of perfumes and things like that. It's not going to be such a problem, whereas obviously you have to think about that when you're using sort of genuine pearls as such. And I mean, that's round pearls for that price. I know they're obviously not, they're man-made, but still. 8mm round, 8 times 48, 8 4 is 24, it's about 250 millilitres. Millilitres.
Now, I'm trying to think of the total length if you're putting them side by side, Phil. 384 millimetres, so 38 centimetres. Which would be, I don't know, quite a lot. I gave up the maths halfway through that. But you would obviously do some pearl knotting with these as well.
Yeah, you could do some pearl knotting.
We've beautifully demonstrated.
You've got the materials in this kit.
Yes, you have. Look, because you've got in the kit, you actually have the silk thread. As beautifully demonstrated. For some reason, these are just rolling around the studio. Have we got them all back now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be counting.
They've been returned.
Very good.
And 0.6 wire goes through, but 0.8 doesn't.
Right.
That was what I was trying to do. I was testing what wires would go through, but not very successfully.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can get them back out of here because I've still got that Peacock Pearl stuck in the end. Okay.
So the easiest way.
Okay. Fantastic. So, look, every time you see them, there's more. It's amazing. It's like they're multiplying. Very good. Look, there's another one. Back where it should be. £6.95. Well done. Because I do remember when these first launched, and they were bundled up into kits as well, weren't they, Phil, I think, to start with. Is that the one I just gave to Laura, or is that... Oh, no, that's the one I took off you. I'll give that to you back.
Thank
because
you.
We've actually got some on its own. Some silk thread on its own. I'm just going to put these back now, just quickly before we have an incident.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, do you mind?
Not sure I'm the right person.
You're not sure you want to?
I'll have a go.
Oh, actually, I've near to done it now, so...
I helped.
There you go.
They've all been
thank you for your assistance. Right, okay, silk thread with the needle already included, so if you want to try out pearl knotting, or maybe you just need some more, this is a lovely sort of nude pink. There you go. 2 metres off. £1.45.
Is that a different gauge? I'm sure the other one was 6.
This is 0.45, yes, so this is a slimmer.
It says number 6, 0.7 this is.
Yes.
So again, great to have the 2 different sizes.
Yeah, so even if you've got the kit... Oh, sorry. It's like we're doing it deliberately tonight, isn't it? To me, to you, to me, to you. I'll hold them here, shall I? There you go. I'm so sorry, Mike. Is it us tomorrow as well? Oh, I can only apologise. Sorry. I think Phil might call in sick. Look at that. Oh, you have to tell me later. Victoria, anyway, this is the one that's £1.45, this lovely new pin. Almost from that angle, almost looks like, because it's laid together there, almost looks like a sticking plaster, doesn't it? It's that kind of tone of colour. It is beautiful. Have had a stressful day, says Victoria. Switched on, and you've both cheered me up. Love the show, says Victoria. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you. Can we keep these texts so that we've got a case because of our professionalism tonight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, keep this as evidence.
Totally professional. It's just what we needed on a Wednesday night, though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Middle of the week. Just need a laugh, don't you? That's what you need. And we've got lots and lots of these in baskets as well. So, yeah, so tomorrow, is everyone here tomorrow? Yes? Leah, you're here. Phil, you're here. Mike, you here? Yes? Michael? Is Michael here?
I'm not here tomorrow night.
He's not here tomorrow night.
I think it's Toby.
Toby? Toby's here tomorrow night. Is Toby... Is it... Oh, okay. Toby's here tomorrow. Haven't seen Toby for ages. And Sarah Elvin will not be here tomorrow night. Sorry, is that what you were saying secretly? Who is here tomorrow night?
I believe it's Kleshner.
Is it?
I believe. I'm not sure.
Oh, my word. Oh, I'd be thrilled if it... Oh, sorry, Sarah. Sarah's poorly, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to sound so excited because I love Sarah Elvin. But I would truly love it if it's going to be Kleshner. I've never had a show with Kleshner.
I'm not sure of what's happened. I don't know. So, but yeah, it was literally sort of last minute today.
Can you imagine me and Kleshner?
I can't. I'm going to have to tune in for this.
That won't happen twice, will it? I love Clash. I think she's adorable. I really do. I think she's adorable. That should be fun. So I'm guessing we're going to be CD beading then.
Yes, it is.
Tomorrow's under 20 day, isn't it? Even Phil doesn't know what your information. Where did you get this gossip from?
I can't tell you this. It's
Oh,
top
okay.
secret, you know.
Sorry, I've just forced some gossip out of you, haven't I? I'm very good at this. I knew there was something I could hear. Laura and Leah were having a little private one of those, and I was like, let's get to the bottom of this, shall we? Let's get to the bottom of this gossip. So Sarah's not well. So it might be Clash.
I'm pretty sure it's Clash now.
Oh. If not you.
It's not me. It's definitely some
Well,
beads,
that's
though.
charming indeed,
So it's
isn't
not
it?
me.
That's nice. She's had one. The big ones, Phil. She's had one show of me in 1 week. She's not doing another, is
Yeah, no, it takes me a while to
refuse. Yeah, to get over it. Yeah. Are you driving back tonight?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Keep a smile on your face for the drive back, won't it? These are huge pearls, actually, aren't they? Huge. Yeah, you can have that quiet couple of hours. You need it though, don't you? Not just after working with me, but you need it after being on telly for 4 or 5 hours.
I listen to my audiobook on the way home because I'm sad.
You need to just not speak though for hours, don't you?
Yeah, just.
I sometimes if I'm on the drive back home from here to, especially after a mid-show or a morning show, which is 5 hours, after 5 hours of listening to your own voice as well, you
Do you not sing badly to it? You probably sing better, but I sing badly to my travel songs as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I've got a little travel list of.
I do a little bit of the karaoke tracks. Yeah. Actually, don't tell anybody. But you know that song about the Devil Who Knows song
no,
you were
it's not
talking
on
about?
your
That
list.
was one of them.
Oh, wow.
It's quite easy to sing there, you see. Anyway, big pearls. 12 by 12 up to 16 by 17, these pearls. Do you know, I'm practicing at the moment for my next big karaoke performance somewhere. I'm practicing my Robson and Jerome at the moment. I Believe.
Oh, bless.
It's a nice song, that. And get really deep and really high. Gosh, now that's not the price for one pearl. That's the price of the entire strand.
I have these, and I nearly wore the earrings. I've been wearing the earrings quite a lot lately, and I nearly wore them today, and I just got sidetracked, forgot to put them in.
Drops?
Of those.
Drops, though?
Yeah, just on a head pin. They'd look lovely with the
pearl
head pins.
Yeah, pearl head pin. Great minds think alike. Can't show you because it's on the strand, but because there were pearl head pins, I don't know if we have the pearl head pins on separate item numbers for a quantity of those or not.
I've never seen them before.
Probably not, I would imagine.
But they would be beautiful. But yeah, I wear them all the time, and I've worn them quite a few times on air actually. And I've just chosen two very similar looking coloured ones, and just popped them onto a head pin, a jump ring, and earring findings.
Yeah, they are. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, huge. And remember, it's a year per millimetre, isn't it, for a pearl?
I think so, yeah. I mean, like I said, I love this strand, and for me, the first thing I did when I got them was make that pair of earrings, and then I'm saving the rest to do something special with. I want to do a special pendant with one. I want to do one that's got lots of weaving around it, and I want one that's just going to match the earrings.
I have bad news, I'm afraid. There are only 4 of these remaining. So whether you're watching us live at 25 to 10 on Wednesday night, or whether you're watching in the early hours of Thursday morning at 25 to 8, you could chance your arm on this one and potentially still have an opportunity. It depends on whether baskets are checked out, etc., etc. I can tell you we're talking about less than a handful available. $69.95. Yeah, who is on in the morning? You have to find out, Phil. That's beautiful. Oh, well, we think it's L coming up at 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. That's just what the schedule says, though, isn't it? L, I think, will probably be, that'll be a given. Guest designer, TBC, because the schedule says Kleshner.
Could be, because could come back for the
She
late.
could, yeah. I'll be very honest, she came back and did the late show as well. Okay, good luck. Well done, well done, well done. Right, next up, Neon Apatite, Blue Apatite. God, I always love this gemstone.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Because actually these are big pieces. Considering what we normally work with, these are very, very big pieces actually of Neon Apatite. Is this Madagascar? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'd imagine it would be actually. We've got generic Africa, but I would imagine most high quality, yeah, depth of colour with the sea green twisted in. Almost like turquoisey tones in this strand, in fact, which is very unusual actually. Very, very unusual to have turquoise tones coming through. Uh, 5x2s to 9x4s. What are we talking about, Phil? First dance? Wanted? Did he have? Oh, they're not married yet. Okay. He wanted? No. But hasn't that got a line in it about getting away from you or something? That's terrible. Terrible, terrible. What was yours, Laura? First
I
dance.
had this discussion. It's Van
Halen.
Morrison.
Oh, Morrison. Brown Eyed Girl.
No.
Oh, Van Morrison.
Basically, it was a whole mix-up, and it wasn't the song it was meant to be. It was meant to be Can't Help Falling in Love.
Oh, right.
And there was...
Is that a Van Morrison song?
No, that's not.
It's an Elvis song, isn't it?
Yeah, and so it was meant to be that, and there was a fire alarm at the hotel, and everyone got evacuated, and a mix-up, so the DJ ended up missing his shift when he was meant to play our song. The live band came on, they didn't know the song, so they just basically made one, which was Van Morrison, Pablo Honey, something. So it's an okay song, but it wasn't our song of choice. But yeah, they were like, come up and have your first dance. Me and Tony were like, what's this song? Just dance. So yeah.
So you weren't looking into each other's eyes, lovingly singing
Going,
it to each other. They're going,
No.
do you know what this is? Just keep moving, just keep moving.
Keep going.
Wow. And Phil, we're not allowed to know yours, are we? Not allowed to say. Because producer Kim, obviously, producer Phil, producer Kim. I don't know what that was about. They are getting married. Sorry, just to explain that. Mike, any thoughts on the matter? Yeah. Wait. But if you were to make the decision, Mike, if you were to take the ball by the horns and say, right,
influence it.
yeah, I'm going to. Something by Genesis. In the Air Tonight. Yeah. With the big. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah. That's the one to. That's the one to stand next to the chocolate fountain with, isn't it? Really, the big In the Air Tonight with the big drum solo and all the rest of it.
What was yours, Leah?
Yeah, what was yours, Leah?
It was Turning Page. It wasn't. Yeah, it was from the Twilight film. It was like.
Oh, it's from a film. Oh, from a film soundtrack. Apparently, we wouldn't know. What did you say, Mike? Power of Love by Huey Lewis. Very 80s. Not really a slow kind of first dance. Phil, is yours your first dance? Are we talking about slow romantic, or are we talking about everyone moving? Slow, yeah, because that's tradition.
Is it a well-known song, Phil? Phil, is it well-known? Like everybody knows what it is.
You'll have to tell us after we go. I did say to Phil before we started the show, don't tell me anything you don't want me to say on telly.
Yeah, I think he's already found that one out.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Oh, yeah. Meter of pearls.
They go lovely with the kit, actually.
Natural
wouldn't it?
lavender. Yeah, we go nice with those, with the big ones that just sold out as well, actually. Very nice. Mike's changing his mind. When are you getting married, Mike? Oh, well, 3 years is not a long time. Three years is some people's engagement, isn't it? 3 years. Mike, your moment will come. A metre of natural lavender. Oh, I've opened it.
You have,
Opened
you've started something.
Pandora's box there, haven't I?
Yeah.
A metre of lavender freshwater culture pearls. If it's any consolation, Mike, if it's any consolation, 14 years later, no sign. So there you go. It's not just you. So
I think we were together for 4 years. We got married in 2006. Maybe, yeah, we took a year to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when he asked me to marry him, I literally said, I'm not having a long engagement. We're going back because we were on holiday.
Yeah.
So we're going home and doing this. And he was like, oh, okay, is that a yes?
Glad I asked.
Yeah, slightly regretting this.
Not giving me any time to save then. There goes that month's wages straight away, isn't it? A month's wages on the
engagement ring is what you meant to spend.
Is it 3 months' wages on the wedding ring? There's all
We
kind of
didn't
different
spend
things.
3 months' wages
it's
on the wedding ring.
a month's salary on the engagement ring, isn't it? I think.
It's traditional, yeah.
Did you? Which I hope you spent more than, Phil. Let's not let's not open another one of those. Shall I just shut up and go home? Probably best. 21.90. Wow, 21.95. Hello.
That would be a lovely alternative way to do the illusion style necklace as well.
Yes.
So you could have the sort of the darker version and a lighter version.
Yeah.
Or mix it.
Yeah, or alternate it with your peacock pearls. In fact, we've got a strand of, I think they're described, are these described as black pearls, are they, Phil? But they are definitely more a sort of a peacock, aren't they? We are going to do those as a star by in the remaining moments that we have together this evening, stroke this morning, if you're watching in the morning. If you're watching at any time, I'm so sorry, I am going to be back for the late show on Thursday. Unless anyone sees sense in the meantime.
Yeah, because it could be just like, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I said Thursday, Mike. Well, if it is today. But for the people that are watching live, it's not today, it's tomorrow, isn't it? Which would... I said Thursday. Anyway, so if you're watching Thursday... OK, just because I've confused Mike, let me just clarify. If you're watching Thursday's late show... No. If you are watching Thursday's late show, it will be me again.
Oh.
Ah! Right. Let's do... Oh, sorry, yes, this was going to be a star buy, wasn't it? Anyway, star buy. We're all out of sync tonight, aren't we?
What's going on?
I have no idea. No idea. Since we filed our nails, that's it.
That's it, yeah. The show's
we fell off the track, didn't we, a bit? Never mind.
Your nails look good.
Exactly, yeah. Fantastic looking nails. So they've never looked better, thanks to those 45 pence nail files, which apparently are for... What did you say they were for?
They were for finishing off silver clay.
There you go. There's been people that have been sat there at home thinking,
Why have you got them?
They're not one of them channels...
And polymer clay, because we had polymer clay on this morning. So it'd be good for that
it's
as
a
well.
good job we clarified, actually, because there'll be some people that think, oh, hang on, this is JM going off on a tangent here. They'll be doing vacuum cleaners next. So the reason we did nail files was because we had them in stock already for...
For the silver clay.
Yeah. So there you go. Bargain. Couldn't get that price in the pound shop, could you?
No.
It's less than the pound shop price. So there you go. You get two. And they're not that standard, just boring grey charcoal colour.
They're lovely and colourful.
Blue and pink. Both. You have no choice. One side's blue, one side's pink.
There's no option.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Anyway, pearls. So we're calling these black freshwater pearls, and yes, they are, but I would still say verging on Peacock, because they have got that, still got that aubergine skin base to them, that slight purplish. Do you agree?
Yeah, you've got that sort of shimmer of green as well, haven't you?
Be nice with the Swarovski pearls.
If you dotted them in amongst it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because they then create more of a direct opposite, don't they? They create that complete juxtaposition, which I don't think you can fit onto a Scrabble board. I don't know why I talk about Scrabble all the time. I think I play too much.
Again, you could just restrand it, or you could pearl knot that.
Yes.
And then you could pop some of those Swarovskis just in the middle.
Yep. You have got some bead cord, some silk bead cord in your kit at 9 o'clock. Or you could buy the little nude pink colour on its own, which we had earlier, for £1.45, which is very, very good.
Get both and see which one you like.
It is the same tone of colour like that, like a sticking plaster, isn't it? It is. It is. But it won't look like that when you're using it, obviously, because you're using one strand at a time. It's just when it's all together like that, it looks a little bit like a sticking plaster. Just my own opinion, that's all. Which Phil said to me was a great selling point. Is that what I'm here to do? I did wonder. £7.95. Well done, Catherine. Rosemary. Shyamala, well done. Phil, what's this strand here? Is it? That's an interesting strand. Isn't that really nice?
Yeah, that's lovely.
I want to show you this strand now. This is fantastic. Now, I have to start, before I show you this, by my usual caveat, which is I'm not a fan of brown gemstones. I have to say I've never made any secret about it at all. I'm not a fan of brown gemstones at all. But this really fascinates me. Look.
Wow.
Now that is natural.
That's caramels and
that's caramels and burnt
mochas.
sugars and yeah. That is beautiful. And I thought this was going to be I wasn't sure whether it was sort of verging on a Botswana kind of agate with the banding going through it. It is a shaded brown. See, for me, gemstones that just one shade of plain brown just hold no interest for me personally. So things like smoky quartz and whatever, not the hugest fan of. I like brighter, more organic, inspiring colours. This, though, has just got so much personality running through it. It's tremendous. I love it. Because some of the creamy... Go on.
I was going to say stretchy bracelet for me.
Yeah.
And like you say, that's something that you'll get to see all that colour mix.
Oh! Sorry! Oh! 10 to 8 in the morning. You can't be shouting like that.
Just woke everybody up.
Sorry. I'm going to have a look at the price tag, though. How many are there, Phil? How many? Right. We're doing this live at 10 to 10 on the Late Show on Wednesday. So if you're watching at 10 to 8 on Thursday morning, I don't honestly think that these are going to be there, to be honest with you. Because I've got lots of people with 3s and 2s and people aren't leaving it to chance. They're not leaving it in the basket either. And I don't do basket nagging, as you know. But that's technically not worthy of its airtime. 95 pence, Phil. Did you see how many people just bought that? And they talk about targets. You're not going to hit a target looking at that, are you? 95 pence? It's ridiculous. I mean, a 45 pence nail file, you can get 2.
I was thinking, I don't think I've ever seen anything that low, and I was thinking, oh no.
The nail files. Oh yeah, you'll never forget the nail files.
Never forgetting them.
You could have had 2 lots of nail files for them. Right. Yes.
Oh, they're cute.
They are cute, actually, because I do remember similar shapes in Ethiopian opal. And they are beautiful, full of colour, look. Ooh, crikey. Hello. Good morning, good evening, whichever it is right now for you. Look at that. Ooh, nice. I love strands like this, and what we do so well, it's not necessarily what we do so well, we insist on the quality, and the quality comes through, is that we don't take strands with, you know, you get a few good ones and then, you know, a nice big section of duffers, and then there's a bit more light coming through. Everyone's a winner there. $3.95.
Wow.
Okay.
Look at that, that's beautiful.
I don't need to tell you how good that is. That's amazing. You've got some colour plays there that you really should not see in labradorite. That's the expression of the gemstone. That's the quality of that labradorescence. And that's actually the shape of the gemstone kind of helping things along. Because it's almost like, some of them are almost sort of engineered, like sort of mini light bulb shapes.
They'd look lovely if you put them together to make little tiny flowers.
Yeah, they would. Do you know what, in nature, I forget the, you'll have to ask Mark on Friday in his flower show for the...
You've learnt to not talk to me about this now,
botanical name. Yeah. I'll just talk to you about gardening. Have you got a garden?
Yeah, I've got a garden, but I haven't got any grass. It's all patio.
Okay, right.
We're 5 dogs.
Patio,
so...
darling. I'm just patio, thank you.
No, to be fair, that was my husband. He's like, just put patios down. Yeah, we've got trees.
But if you've got Granny's bonnet in your garden, which is, it grows like a weed, but it's a beautiful looking flower actually. We have loads of it. It does grow like wildfire in our garden, shall I say. And I don't know what the botanical name for it is, but we'll ask Mark on Friday in his Mark's flower show, the Mark Smith flower show on Friday. I think that's exciting that we're going to have a nosy around Mark's garden. We've seen his, what are they called again? What did I call them earlier? The big puffy ones that we see in the advert.
Begins with an A?
Allium.
There you go, listening.
Well done, see? There you go. $3.95, we're looking forward to that. Friday. All day Friday. He's on all 3 shows, isn't he? Another Mark Smith day. Wonderful. I wonder what he's going to do kit-wise during the day. Is he making flowers? I know it's a flower show, but I thought that was just an excuse for us to look round his garden. Let's have a little look. I know we have some tenuous links sometimes. Let's see. Mark Smith Flower Show. Mark and Carol, purple iris inspired jewellery in the morning show. Choose could grab the deal, stay with us. Mark Smith, Carol, exclusive jewellery. Sunny Sunflowers. Then he's with Becky on the mid show. Jewellery making for, well, that's a bit vague. Masterclass. Demonstration. Oh, right, that's a bit vague as well. Okay, very specific to the morning show, then they get a bit vague and wishy-washy. I'm sure we'll hear from Mark before it happens. Sorry, Mark, trying to give it a plug there, but, you know, it's just no detail. Oh, we're moving on. Mahogany Obsidian. Is that this one here? Oh. Where, what? No, not here, Phil. Is this some... No.
So the tiger's eye one?
No, it's not
there. Was it tiger's eye? Same as the tiger's eye.
No, I haven't got it. It's okay. It's coming. Anyway, while we've got this moment or two, when are you back?
I'm back.
Because you're on holiday now, aren't you?
I am, yes. I've got a week off because it's the kids' school holiday next week.
She's off to Exmoor?
Yeah, off to Exmoor for a week. And back on Monday the 4th.
Enjoy. Thank you very much, Michael. Back on the...
Monday the 4th.
Monday the 4th.
On a mid-show.
Fantastic. I was going to ask you what you're doing, but she's actually just thinking, I do know.
I do know.
Don't know, don't care, I'm going on holiday.
It's Safari Day.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh. And?
One kit's just going to be jewellery, the other one's pink flamingos.
Oh. Do you need those pink-coated hematite that we had earlier?
They would be brilliant for that,
actually.
They would go really well.
That would spark your imagination, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right, now here is Mahogany Obsidian. We had the tiger's eye leaves exactly the same as this a little bit earlier on. Look at that. Now that's nice because it's almost like you know how you get the rust in the leaves?
Yeah.
What I mean is, you know, sometimes on trees you get little blotches on the leaves where there should be one colour, but they've got little blotches of another colour.
Blended.
It's called rust.
Okay.
Yeah. Aquilegia, Derek.
Ah.
Oh, aren't they alliums that we see in Mark's promo?
I think it's not about the ones that you said you have loads of, that look like a weed but are like flowers.
Aquilegia, Granny's bonnet. Abs, well done. This all makes sense, this show now, doesn't it? Don't forget the kits, they're absolutely amazing. If it's Thursday morning you're watching right now on nearly the morning show's coming up. So we think it's Elle. I should be looking that way and should be seeing her right there, but obviously it's different time zones. So it should be Elle and it might be Kleshner. And on the late show on Thursday, it's hopefully me and maybe Kleshner, we think. Standing in for sickly Sarah, I think. So get well, Sarah Elvin, if you're watching. I don't know, who knows? Who knows? Happy holiday, you.
Thank you.
Have a fantastic time. Can I say, it was one of the highlights of my television career.
That needs to go on your show reel.
Filing my nails with you. It was amazing. Listen, lots of love from both of us and all of this amazing team. Stay right where you are. There's more on the way.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.